Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Hey, I gotta go up. Testing, testing. You don't have me at all? Can you hear me?
I got you.
So Dan can hear me. Dan can hear me.
Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear Dan?
Check 1. Check, 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 check.
Turn main mix up. How about that? Testing, testing.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Testing.
Check 1. Sipowicz.
All right. So my name is Aaron Harvey. I'm here at Boyd Buchanan. I'm stuck in this room, and it is a tight squeeze. Brother Dan can't even see the instant replays tonight.
Check 1. Sipowicz. Check 1 2.
Testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing. All right.
Is that better?
We got it now?
There we go.
Good deal and such. How's our levels good? All right. Oh, boy. I am a little bit nervous. I don't know. It's been a long season for the young Tigers of Rockwood. John Webb's 28th team has seen some flashes that have excited the fan base, especially from freshman quarterback Aiden Amonette. Unfortunately, Amonette suffered a season-ending injury, so the task is even taller than it would have been taking on region champ Coalfield. It should still be an exciting game tonight, and we look forward to bringing it to you, is what I would have said if we hadn't changed plans. You see, we've got some viewers who are Grace Christian fans who turned our attention to the fact that the Rams are playing for a section championship in Week 11 against Boyd Buchanan. It's a 2-hour trip? No problem. There's a lot of reason to be excited if you're a fan of the Rams. First-year coaches Justin and twin Matt Price have gotten this team off to its best start since 2013. That's saying something, considering Grace finished just 3-7 a season ago. So yeah, win tonight, you're the #1 seed in the East for the playoffs that begin next week. But it's not going to be easy because Boyd Buchanan is coming off a state runner-up season and is led by the winningest coach in Tennessee history, former Alcoa head man Gary Rankin. The Buccaneers are undefeated and want to keep it that way to earn a second straight East Tennessee title. Can Grace go on the road and play spoiler? We'll find out tonight on our OEB Law Game of the Week, day or night, 24/7. Someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit that website full of helpful information, racketoajack.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined once again by my fellow Wartburg Blue brother, the Doc, the coach, the legend, Dan Shoemaker. Kind of a full circle moment for you here, as the final game you coached was against Boyd Buchanan, and you graduated high school about 12 miles from here.
Yeah, Aaron, it's really kind of interesting and kind of sad in a sense. The last time I was at this field, we had a good night that night. That was in the fall of 1982, and the Yellow Jackets of Lookout Valley defeated the Buccaneers. We got that win, and we didn't have a whole lot of wins, so that was a good night for us. My last game as a head coach was a convincing loss in the 2010 quarterfinals at Wartburg. Somewhere in those 28-year time span, this Boyd Buchanan program figured out how to play some football. And now it's been 14 years later. Gary Rankin has his team poised to make another run to the state championship.
He sure does. That's Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. It's week 11, so the playoff picture is the most clear that it's going to get until tomorrow morning. We'll tell you about which of the games to score watch, and we'll preview our matchup tonight as well a little later. It's the pregame show, and this is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually from over 700,000 patients who receive hope and healing. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. It means completing more than 400,000 appointments for wellness and primary care, and serving 107,000 heart patients, along with those who their hearts beat for. It means providing 24,000 cancer patients with life-saving treatments and welcoming 8,000 babies into the world each year. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey alongside Dan Shoemaker. We traveled south for November to bring you tonight's matchup between Grace Christian and Boyd Buchanan. That kickoff coming up in about 21 minutes. By the way, happy November 1st, or as I like to say, Merry Christmas. But also, Dan Shoemaker, happy 50% off Halloween Candy Day. It's one of my favorite days of the year. So it's week 11. We've got a lot to talk about, including the playoffs. I spent a lot of time Monday and Tuesday going through all the classifications, looking at regions 1 through 4 to jot down the different playoff scenarios, only to find out that TSSAA posted all of them on the website, and they were available at least by Wednesday morning. LOL.
LOL.
But it's okay, because I feel a lot more connected now to the possibilities. So let's talk about some of the games that are going to matter tonight. Let's start with Region 3A. Simple enough for the 1 and 2 seeds. Alcoa plays Kingston tonight. The winner is going to be 1. The loser is going to be 2. So far, so good. But then Scott High plays Austin East. If Scott High were to win that game, it would cause a 3-way tie for third between those two schools and Union County. So then you go to TSSAA tiebreakers. The first one is head-to-head. All right. Well, they all beat each other, so that's not going to work. You move on to the next one, which is total wins. Well, a win for Scott High would put the Highlanders at 2-8 and the Roadrunners at 2-8. So let's look at Union County. The Patriots play Cherokee tonight. If they win, their record would be 2-8, creating yet another tie. Now, if you look at which team played more teams that won at least half of their games, that's the next tiebreaker. This gives the edge to Union County. Once that's established, you start the process over with head-to-head. Scott County beat Austin East in this scenario, so the Highlanders would be 4th. Back up a second, though. If Union County were to lose to Cherokee, then they'd have only 1 win, while the other 2 teams had 2. They'd drop off. So if you go head-to-head, Scott be 3, and Austin East would be 4. So you see how convoluted that can get. It can also be simple, though. If Austin East beats Scott High, it's settled. Austin East is 3rd, Union County 4th, regardless of how Union County does against Cherokee.
Yeah, you know, the tie-breaking system, Aaron, kind of reminds me of those Chinese finger puzzles I used to get in my Christmas stocking. You know, you put one finger in each end of that thing, and then it just locks down. And if you get in a rush trying to pull your fingers out, you get stuck. And that's the way it is with these playoff tiebreakers. Figuring out the playoff spots takes a slow and steady approach like you have just shown us. Once the games are set, then the buses have to be reserved, meals have to be planned, game plans have to be put together, films have to be swapped. Huddle helps with the film swap for sure, but you still got to know who to swap with.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like to assume anything, but I think every single person in the state would pick Alcoa to beat Kingston tonight. Sorry, Coach Pankey. So we can look to next week and see who the potential opponent for the Yellow Jackets could be. Tonight, Johnson County plays Unicoi County in Region 1. If Johnson County wins, then Kingston would have to play Unicoi County at home. If Unicoi wins, the Yellow Jackets would welcome Gatlinburg-Pittman. Both possibilities are a tough out for Brian Pankey's team.
Yeah, you know, Kingston does have the advantage by playing at home. That's always a big boost, especially in playoff time. During playoff, travel seems to get longer. Schedules are really not set until late, so there is no early preparation at all in the playoffs. And as you said, Aaron, either of these teams can be a difficult team to prepare for. Kingston is going to have to play well to advance.
We were originally scheduled to see Coalfield play Rockwood tonight. The Tigers are likely looking at a 4 seed, while Coalfield has secured the 1. Region 2 matches up with Region 1 because Jellicoe defeated Hancock County last night. Coalfield will host Jellicoe. Rockwood, as a likely 4 seed, will travel to the 2 seed of Region 1, which will be the winner of tonight's game between North Green and Cosby.
Yeah, Jellicoe won their game against Hancock County in a big way. I think it's 42-0. For that win, they have secured the 4th spot and will get to travel to Coalfield. I feel like Coalfield has the advantage and should be favored in that matchup. Rockwood will travel. The question is where. Cosby has had a tremendous turnaround this season, and we know that they're getting tuned up for the playoffs. But if you look at North Green, they're no slouch either. They're 6-2 overall with a 4-0 district record. Neither one will be an easy game for the Tigers. Coach Webb will have his team ready to play, but either one of those is going to be a hard row to hoe for the Tigers.
Yeah, because Jellicoe won, we know that Cloudland is going to be a 3 seed. That means that Cloudland is going to be traveling down to Region 2, which is something that doesn't really happen a lot for the Highlanders. We pointed that out. Brad said that. When's the last time Cloudland had to come down here? So Cloudland as a 3 seed would have to play Oliver Springs in that 2 seed. So I hate it for you, Cloudland, but you know, it's about time.
Reserve the bus, guys. Let's load up and head down 81, I guess.
That's right. So, with that said, we are inching closer to kickoff. We've got about 16 minutes still yet. We are at Boyd Buchanan in the wonderful Chattanooga area as Grace Christian is in town to play for an East Tennessee Division II Class 2A championship. So it should be a good one tonight, and we will preview that coming up a little bit later. But first, we'll take a timeout. You are tuned in to your OEB Law Game of the Week.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge. New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at 8K Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for your grace and your mercy that you've given to us that none of us deserve. Grace and mercy that was expressed through the shedding of blood by the righteous substitute of your Son who took place for the wrath of our sin. Father, all glory, honor, and praise goes to you. Father, I lift up our country at this time of high political anxiety and emotions. I pray, Father, that we will reflect on biblical truth and the gospel and not rely on our emotions or feelings. Father, may we be reminded that you are still on your throne, that you still reign. You are the King of kings and Lord of lords. As believers, we know that the story ends a certain way, and we eagerly await you, Father. Father, I lift up both of these schools, Knox Grace and Boyd Buchanan. I ask that you bless these schools. May your spirit permeate the hallways and their campuses. May you bless the teachers, coaches, administration, and faculty. May you strengthen them and not let them grow weary. May you encourage them in their calling. Tonight, Father, will you protect these players, coaches, and referees? May you keep them from harm. May they show good sportsmanship and display their God-given talents, Father. Protect them physically and spiritually, Father. I pray all these things in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Invocation tonight, and we will get the national anthem in just a moment.
Remove your hats, and members of the armed forces may render a salute as the national anthem is performed by the Boyd Buchanan Marching Band.
So the national anthem performed by the Boyd Buchanan Marching Band. I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker as we inch closer to kickoff between the Buccaneers and Grace Christian. So let's talk about the playoffs a little bit more. Elizabethton plays Greenville tonight in their classic rivalry. Anderson County will be keeping an eye on that one because the loser is very likely going to be coming to Anderson County in the second round of the playoffs, while the winner is usually the third round opponent to the Mavericks.
Yeah, Anderson County is always going to have an eye up to the northeast because they know that the path for them to the championship will probably go through Region 1. The Elizabeth and Greenville matchup promises to be a good one. In reviewing the common opponents for both of these teams, they've each beaten their common opponents at about the same level, with the exception of Dobbins-Bennett. Greenville beat DB, but Elizabethton did not. Also, Greenville seems to be scoring a little bit better, so at this point it seems like that Greenville may have the edge. From AC's perspective, that potentially sets up Elizabethton for a round 2 matchup, Greenville for a round 3.
So you see on your screen there the Class A region, or 4A Region 1 scenarios. Sullivan East and Granger played last night. Sullivan East won that game, which means Anderson County knows their first round opponent is going to be Sullivan East. So it's good, I guess, for Anderson County to already know that, although they will be a heavy favorite in that one. Oak Ridge secured a second straight region title with a win over Lenoir City a week ago. Between them and Clinton, there's a slew of possibilities for who their respective first-round games will be against. Depending on what happens, who wins and loses as East Hamilton goes to Ray County and Walker Valley goes to McMinn County, you could have a different combination for each outcome. Region 4-5A is a mess to calculate, and we do know that Oak Ridge will be at home and Clinton will travel as the 3 seed, though, as you see on your screen.
Yeah, this is a total mess. Perhaps one of those supercomputers at the National Lab could do some quick calculations and combinations and permutations and spit out some answers. All that I can cipher is this: Oak Ridge does not have to reserve the buses. Clinton does. Now, Clinton needs to figure out where to tell the bus driver to go and when to leave, but the rest of that is all up in the air.
Division II, otherwise known as the private school division, set up quite a bit differently. You don't really have regions. You've got East, Middle, and West. Grace and Boyd Buchanan both in the East in AA. The winner of tonight's game will secure a 1 seed in the East and will play the 6th seed from the Middle next week. That 6th seed is Davidson Academy in Nashville. If Boyd loses, it'll be a 2 seed from the East and go against the 4 seed from the West. That's either going to be North Point Academy or Evangelical Christian School. If Grace loses, it will be a 3 seed and take on the 3 seed from the West. And again, that will be either University School of Jackson, North Point, or Evangelical Christian School. Either way, it'll be a home game for round 1 for Grace Christian.
Yeah, as confusing as the tie-breaking system is in Division I, the matchups in Division II are a mystery of sorts to me. Aaron, you've done a great job at sorting all this out. The reason they're a mystery is because I've never really ventured into that world of Division II. But there are some odd numbers of teams and alignments and things, and that kind of gets a little bit difficult to cipher out, figure out. Travel, scheduling, I know it's rough in Division II. There's a lot more travel than you have in Division I. One thing I do know, after this week, you're going to have to start playing and winning. Win in advance, lose, and you pack up and start doing inventory. It's that simple.
Yeah, you see on your screen there all those different seeds. Actually, the top 6 seeds make it into the playoffs in Class 2A Division II. And get this, Dan Shoemaker, North Point, we mentioned, that's in South Haven, Mississippi. That's not even in the state of Tennessee.
I did not realize that, Aaron.
I don't understand it. It's very complicated because I'm not in it, but I can tell you what I know from what I figured out. So that's what's on the line for tonight's game, and we will preview that game when we get back. This is your OEB Law Game of the Week.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach, to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roan County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game in this 2024 F-150 4x4 Super Crew STX, $46,994. 24 Ford Expedition XLT, $59,978. 24 F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $57,888. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Grace Christian has only had a full-time football team since 2005. The coach that year was Bill Satterfield. That man is a coaching legend, having spent 27 seasons prior to the 2-year stint he had in Knoxville with the Rams. The first 2 years were rough, however, and Randy McCamey took over the program in 2007. This got the Rams to a heyday. The team recorded double-digit wins for 6 of McCamey's first 8 seasons at the helm, but that success faded, as since 2014, the Rams have only had more than 8 wins twice, and this current season is the second one. And it comes in the first year of twin coaches Justin and Matt Price. The duo is in their 13th season of head coaching, the previous 12 coming at Campbell County. Before that, Justin was the offensive coordinator and Matt was the defensive coordinator at Anderson County. Their team is young, but they haven't looked it so much as they bring an 8-1 record into tonight's game. This challenge is the biggest one yet, though. Boyd Buchanan is formidable enough, but the Buccaneers have the winningest coach in Tennessee high school football history with Gary Rankin, and they're undefeated. The winner's the East Tennessee champ in Division II AA. Who's it gonna be? We'll find out in minutes on the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey here with Coach Dan Shoemaker. We've got a good one on our hands tonight. Let's talk about Grace. The leading running back, Terrian Thomas, is a sophomore. He's also the leading receiver for the team. The second leading receiver is also a sophomore. The leading tackler, Jackson Coffey, is a sophomore. The second leading tackler is a junior. The starting O-line has a junior, 3 sophomores, and a freshman. The quarterback, Weston Edmondson, is a battle-tested senior, though. Regardless, that's a lot of youth having a lot of success.
Yeah, youth is a good thing in that it typically gives you hope for the future. The key is that by this point of the season, a freshman who's been starting for the season has got 9/10 of a season under his belt. Freshmen have morphed into sophomores, sophomores have morphed into juniors, and so on and so forth. Edmondson will lead this offense and stay poised in this game. He's kind of like the old grandpa on the field, I guess, with all these youngsters running around. They are scoring points and having success, but I think this is going to be a great test for the Rams tonight.
Grace Christian has won the toss. They will elect to receive. They're balanced on offense. They've run it one more time than they passed it. Edmondson has thrown for over 2,300 yards, and the Rams have totals over 1,200 on the ground. Boyd Buchanan is the opposite. The Buccaneers have only thrown 91 passes for over 900 yards while piling up, get this, 2,600 yards on the ground.
Wow.
They're averaging over 9 yards per carry on the season and nearly 300 yards per game. They must have a monster of a running back then, huh? Nope, it takes a village. Junior David Green is option 1. He's run for almost 700 yards, 10 touchdowns, and is averaging over 10 yards per carry. But then look out for Sebastian Bash Jones. He's got 8 scores for 450 yards and is averaging over 8 yards per carry. Sophomores Keon Brooks and Gerald Young each have over 300 yards rushing this season, and the defense has allowed less than 100 points all season long. It's classic football at its best, and it's about ready to get underway. So, Dan Shoemaker.
You ready for the do's and don'ts?
I'm ready for those do's and don'ts.
I think for Grace tonight, we're going to have to spread. They are going to have to spread the ball among their playmakers. Don't be predictable, and contain the running game. Make the Bucs take the long way home. I think for Boyd Buchanan, they're going to lean on that run game. I think that's the strength of this team. They're going to have to contain the spread, throw it all around the field offense, and match up in the back end to make sure they don't give up the big play.
So that's what you made a funny comment. You said you feel kind of strange trying to give Gary Rankin advice, telling him what to do or don't.
Yeah, giving Coach Rankin, the winningest coach in Tennessee history, do's and don'ts. That was kind of funny for me. So.
Ethan Lane set to kick it off here for Boyd Buchanan. Kickoff tonight sponsored by Local 102 out of Knoxville, reminding you that there is no substitute for UA Skilled Craftsmen, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union there. And this kickoff goes into the end zone, so it's a touchback, and Grace Christian will begin with the football on the 20-yard line of the Rams. So about set to get this one underway. Edmondson is a Mr. Football nominee, leads the state in passing, which is not hard to believe when you see that he's got 2,300 yards.
The offense you're going to see tonight is going to be very similar to the Anderson County offense. They're going to spread the ball around. They're going to run the ball as well. It's not totally all pass, but they're going to take their shots.
So Edmondson in the backfield gets the call. He's got single back. That's Thomas back there with him. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Or 3 wideouts to the right, excuse me. Thomas gets the handoff on first down, and he scurries ahead to about the 25.
Nice little gain right there.
5-yard gain will make it 2nd and 5.
Brody Lowe, it's 2nd and 5.
Nice little gain right there. And you'll watch Grace Christian. They're going to line up in a formation, then they're going to look over to the sidelines and get a call. And the call is going to come in based upon what we see Boyd Buchanan lined up in.
And that's exactly what's happening. Edmondson, this time 3 wideouts go to the left, 1 to the right. He gets the call. Gets the snap. Quickly gets it out to the flat. That pass is complete, but not for much as that goes to Pierce Stiltner.
Yeah, I think they may have lost yards on that one.
No. Yeah, they did. They lost 2. You're right. That'll make it 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the throw out to the flat right there. If you count the box for Boyd Buchanan, which is what the coaches are doing, when you see that box get light, they're going to hand the ball off.
So now 5 wide, empty set.
Empty, empty, empty.
Boyd Buchanan with a 3-man front, 2 linebackers. Edmondson back to pass over the middle. That is easily caught. And that goes to Terry and Thomas. We said he's the leading rusher on this team, but also the leading receiver, and that shows you why he picks up a Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, really nice throw and catch right there. The middle of the field was vacated with the Buccaneers playing man.
And this time they don't look to the sideline. They hand off to Thomas, and he picks up 9.
Nice run right there.
Terry-on Thomas stopped after a gain of...
I said 9, they're going to call it 8, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
6-man box for the Buccaneers.
Handoff. Goes to Thomas. He stopped for no gain.
No gain. 3rd down, 3rd and short.
Thomas stopped for no gain by David Green. It's 3rd down.
Heard the PA announcer call out David Green's name. You'll hear him on offense as well.
Yes, you will.
Handoff. Thomas again. This time finds running room around over right tackle. And he's got enough to move the sticks. Another Hammers 1st and 10 as Grace gets it into the Boyd Buchanan side of the field.
Grace kind of went a little tempo right there. They snapped it quick, caught Boyd Buchanan just a little bit on their heels.
So 3 wide outs to the left. It looks like 1 to the right.
He kind of looking like a 5-man box. It's going to be a handoff.
And Thomas does get, picks up, looks like 1. That was slowly developing.
Yeah, that was not quick.
Green. It's 2nd and 9.
Boyd Buchanan's doing a pretty good job of kind of changing things up. They'll line up initially in a formation, and then they'll kind of move around a little bit. That 3-man front is pretty standard, but then they'll walk a guy on the outside of the end position, or they'll drop him back to the flat position.
2nd and 9. Edmondson gets the call, gets the snap, handoff. Thomas patiently waits for the hole to open up and then carries some defenders for a tough 2-yard gain.
Yeah, what was impressive right there, Boyd Buchanan was in a 5-man box, 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers, but they were able to get off blocks and make a tackle right there.
3rd and 6. Last time Grace had a 3rd down, they were able to pick it up with a slant over the middle to Thomas, but this time Thomas is staying in the backfield.
And you notice the secondary just changed. Now kind of sitting 3 deep in the back end. Tunnel screen.
And it goes nowhere.
Ball's out.
The ball is out, and that will be a fumble recovered by Boyd Buchanan. A big mistake for
to Chris Tolliver. Fumble recovered by Zane Embry. It's 1st and 10, Buccaneers.
So Boyd Buchanan will take over on offense at the Buccaneer 49-yard line.
Yeah, big turnover, big break for Boyd Buchanan.
So now we'll get to see this Boyd Buchanan offense for the first time. Houston Hicks is the quarterback. They're going to start with Bash Jones in the backfield with him. Play action, going deep on play 1, looking for a receiver. He's there. Huge gain on 1st down to Jaden Moore.
Nice throwing catch. We'll play action on 1st down. Call Grace Christian looking just a little bit.
Moore for 41 yards and a Warren and Griffin first
And Grace
down.
Loaded the box. They were bringing pressure, but they couldn't get to Hicks.
No, and when you do that, it puts you one-on-one coverage on the outside, and big plays result.
So we told you, Boyd Buchanan gets a lot of their yards on the ground, but they start throwing the football to start this offensive possession. And on this Hammers 1st and 10, the run goes nowhere, and that was to David Green.
No gain by Braden Ray. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, Grace is really kind of sold out. We're going to stop that run, and that time they did.
So it's 2nd and goal to go. Ball right on the 10-yard line.
Oh. Stopping the clock.
It took them a long time to tell us, but Boyd Buchanan took a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out the new store, 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, open for business.
For their invaluable partnership to Boyd Buchanan School. From design
So what do you think about, when you're preparing for a game,
project that saves their clients both time and money. Visit MPLConstruction.com.
Boyd Buchanan has racked up 2,400 yards.
Do it over the top.
42-yard gain on the first play of the game for Boyd Buchanan.
Yeah, really nice throw and catch.
And now they've got it 2nd and goal to go out of the timeout. Hicks. Handoff. And a pickup of about 4. We'll make it 3rd and goal from the 6.
Darren Shannon stopped after
and that time it went to Darren Shannon.
Where are they at? They're about the 6?
The 6.
Okay.
So they're within field goal range.
Oh, absolutely.
But you wonder if they don't try to you get this close, wonder if you want to go on 4 downs, try to stick it in.
Wow. Quad set here at the bottom.
Sure enough. And a quick out, wide receiver screen, 3 blockers in front of him, and Grace played that very well. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 4th and goal from the 6.
Stopped after a gain of 1.
Yeah, 4th and goal from the 6.
By Isaac Solomon.
And it looks like
we're going to kick.
Yeah, Boyd Buchanan will attempt a 23-yard field goal from the right hash with Ethan Lane. So Boyd trying to get on the board first. Snap, set, kick is up. And it is through. So Boyd Buchanan strikes first. And they do it with 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. It's Boyd Buchanan 3, Grace Christian nothing. So we will see Grace go back on offense. Now the thing, Grace had a pretty good start to their offensive possession. But on 3rd down, fumbled the football and gave Boyd the short field.
Yeah, you almost got to consider this a win for the Grace defense, because they did give Boyd short field, then gave up the big play, but then were able to hold Boyd Buchanan out of the end zone and not give up the touchdown. So you got to consider that a really a win for the defense.
So Ethan Lane will kick this one off. Last time he kicked it off, it was a touchback. And kickoffs tonight sponsored by the local 102 Plumbers Steamfitters Union in Knoxville. You can go to local102.org for more information. Lane's kickoff is a high wobbly spinner that goes deep into the end zone again for a touchback, and Grace will have the Hammers 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line again. We will run it back.
Yeah, that's a kicking. The kicking game like that is such an advantage because you don't have to work on kick coverage because you know what's going in the end zone.
I thought we were getting ice cream music there for a second. It turned. All right, so Edmondson, the brilliant senior quarterback, brings his team onto the field, and like before, they look at the defensive set and then look to the right and get the play call. This time a handoff to Thomas. Thomas has some running room into the secondary, and he's up ahead. A gain of 11 to the 31 for another Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice run right there.
It's first down.
Just a really quick handoff coming off A gap, looks like. Boyd Buchanan's down the 4-man front, 6-man box.
So Grace, they get a lot of their yardage through the air, but they are balanced. They run it and throw it at about the same clip. 1st and 10 from the 31. Edmondson takes the snap quickly, gets it out to the flat. That pass is complete, and making the first guy miss and getting up the field is Pierce Stiltner, and he's going to be close to a 1st down.
Just a little swing pass out to the flats. They had 2 receivers out there who could block.
Well, he's not going to be as close as I thought because they said that he stepped out of bounds at about the 39.
2nd and 2.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 2 for Grace Christian. Grace Christian's running back coach is Cedric Houston.
Is it really?
That's a familiar name.
It is.
And there is Terry and Thomas. He's got about 4. That's enough to move the sticks for another Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's just a nice straight-ahead run right there.
Gain of 4 by Caleb Crowder. 1st and 10, Ram.
Houston, former Tennessee Vol, played in early 2000s. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Thomas in the backfield with Edmondson as the starting senior quarterback gets the call.
Now you notice how they run no huddle, but it's not a quick no huddle. They're going to take their time, look, pick the right play.
Edmondson takes the snap, handoff. Thomas again. This time they get to him in the backfield, but Thomas able to pick up a yard. Great run by Thomas.
Yeah, the Boyd Buchanan defense on their left side was able to penetrate that and really shut off the running lane.
Stopped after a gain of 1 by Corion Redding. It's 2nd and 9.
So this time they'll send the 3 wideouts to the left. 3-man front for Boyd.
And we're waiting on the play.
So on this 2nd and 9, Edmondson takes the snap, handoff to Thomas. Thomas straight ahead, and boy.
Wow, forward momentum right there.
Quarter. Boyd Buchanan leading 3-0. So this is a little bit farther than Grace got on the first drive before that fumble.
Yes.
Edmondson handoff, Thomas again, and Thomas patiently waiting for a lane to open up, and looks like he's got about another 6 yards.
Yeah, they're Grace Christian is really being patient right now. They're taking what Boyd Buchanan's giving them. And so, you notice they're not throwing deep. They're not trying to hit the long ball. They're just taking what Boyd's going to give them.
They're barely throwing the football at all.
Exactly.
And now you've got J.V. Stinson in at running back. And Stinson is just an 8th grader.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Talk about young.
Talking about youth.
And over the middle, a quick pitch and catch is good, and Grace breaks free.
He was about a step and a half away from breaking that one for the touchdown.
Up to about the 16-yard line. It is Hammers 1st and 10. And that goes to Pierce Stiltner, and quickly handoff goes to Thomas, who's back in the game. And Thomas picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Grace snapped that one fairly quickly. Now they're going to get the play, checking the box.
25 seconds left in this quarter. The game clock is about a second higher than the play clock, so they will have to snap it one more time. Edmondson, handoff, Thomas. Thomas squeezes through a hole, and he's headed towards the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Grace Christian.
Wait a minute, we got a flag.
Oh, we do have a flag. And that flag comes at about the 3-yard line.
Thomas,
outside the right hash.
Penalty on the play.
Boyd Buchanan walked the overhang player up to bring an edge blitz, and they were able just to bust the inside gap there and take it to the end zone. But it looks like we probably got a hold, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either, but the Grace players are celebrating, and they're bringing the field goal unit on.
They really are, yeah.
They don't think that it's on them. Of course, I mean, that could also be some gamemanship.
It could, yeah.
So we'll get the call from Mr. Whitehat. Personal foul tripping on Boyd Buchanan, and that will be assessed on the kickoff. So it is a touchdown. Grace Christian with 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
You don't see that one very often. The old tripping call.
So here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So Grace Christian takes its second possession 80 yards down the field into the end zone. And it is the Rams that lead this game by a score of 7-3 with just 5 seconds left to go in this first quarter. I want to say Grace Christian brought us out here, brought us down here to Chattanooga and allowed us the opportunity to call this football game, which we are very thankful for. Grace Christian having an open house on Tuesday, November 5th at 8:30 a.m. for grades K through 4, at 10 a.m. for preschool and pre-K, at 12 p.m. for 5th through 12th grade. Again, that's Tuesday, November 5th, and you can go to gcarams.org for more information. And so if you're curious about what it would look like to go to Grace Christian, or if you wanted to ask questions about how you could send your student to Grace Christian, you got an open house coming up. You can do that, and it's during a school day, and that's because that's on Election Day. And
it's on Election Day.
A lot of schools are closing for Election Day this year.
Morgan County has an in-service day that day, so so there's a lot of schools shut down or do in-service, so students don't have to go.
For the Rams, Braden Walker deep to receive for the Bucks.
So we're about to get this kickoff, and you had a 15-yard penalty assessed, and kickoff's night sponsored by the Local 102 out of Knoxville. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union reminding you that there is no substitute for UA Skilled Craftsmen. Do you squib it here, or do you just kick it through the uprights?
I'm going to try to squib it, or you try to kick it through the uprights. What do I know?
You don't get any points for that.
No, there's no points for
Walker's that. Kick is a touchback.
So Boyd Buchanan will have enough time to run one play at the 20-yard line as they have the Hammers 1st and 10. I was watching, I can't remember which football league it was. It might have been Canadian football. I don't know. But their goalposts are up at the beginning of the end zone.
Yes, they are.
Instead of behind. And you can punt and try to get it out the back of the end zone. And if you do that, you get a point.
Yeah, I think they call that a rouge.
They do. They call it, and that's just weird. I'm sorry. Boyd Buchanan's going to throw on 1st down, and that's going to be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. That is complete to Hudson Womack. And that will be the end of the first quarter as Grace Christian takes the lead into the second, 7-3, but Boyd Buchanan will have a Hammers 1st and 10 to begin the second quarter. Won by 1 point.
Won by 1 point.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Back at the OEB Law. Back at the OEB, there. My headphones got turned down for a second there. Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. We're in Chattanooga. We are at Boyd Buchanan. And the Buccaneers have a Hammers 1st and 10 to begin the second quarter at the 30-yard line, trailing this game to Grace Christian 7-3. The winner of this game wins the East Tennessee Championship, and they will play the number 6 seed out of Middle Tennessee, which is Davidson Academy in Nashville. So a lot on the line tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's now empty backfield for Boyd Buchanan, and they send someone on motion and hand the ball off to him.
And he's still running.
That is David Green, still on his feet. And he's down just across the 40-yard line. That is another Hammers 1st and 10.
For a Warren and Griffin 1st down.
Yeah, just ran a little jet sweep action right there. He was lined up outside the tight end, came back toward the inside and ran a little jet sweep, cut it up, and kept running.
Well, he's hard to bring down.
He is. He got nice lean, good pad leverage when he's running the ball, got nice ball security there. Everything you want in a running back.
Yeah, so I think you can look at that and see why Boyd Buchanan has rushed for over 2,400 yards. Now here is a quick out. Hicks throws it to Bash Jones, and Jones picks up maybe a couple.
Pass complete to Sebastian
maybe
Jones.
one. That'll make it second and 9.
Of one, it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, 2nd and 9. Little swing pass. They lined up more in doubles on each side, trying to spread this defense out just a little bit. Grace Christian, nice reaction to that, ran to the ball well.
Two backs to the left, one to the right. And Hicks is going to throw it. That pass is complete, and then quickly getting out of bounds is Hudson Womack. And that's a short gain.
Yeah, they were looking for the deep route.
Hicks pass complete to Womack for a gain of 2.
Jaden Moore was down the
Brings up 3rd and 6.
left sidelines, but Grace had that covered fairly well, so they threw it to the underneath route to Womack. Good positive play.
3rd and 7 for Boyd Buchanan. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Grace is bringing pressure. It's a quarterback keeper by Hicks, and Hicks has the first down and more. And he moves to his right, trying to get the sideline. Finally wrapped up, taken out of bounds. Huge gain by Hicks.
Yeah, a little wildcat action there, and Hicks is able to make some people miss for Green.
For a Warren and Griffin first
it was a wildcat. I didn't see that. It was a wildcat, so he gets down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, really nice play right there.
That's a 38-yard gain by Green. And he's back in the wildcat again. He's got Bash Jones beside him. This time he will hand off to Jones. Jones going the wrong direction. He's tackled for a loss all the way back to the 26. A loss of 7.
Thomas had a nice tackle right there.
Well, they give him forward progress. It looks like they're going to mark him at the 23. It's a loss of 5.
Yeah, Thomas came up, made a nice tackle right there.
Tyrion Thomas, it's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long for Boyd Buchanan. And Hicks back in the game. He's got Bash Jones beside him. Sends Green in motion, fakes the handoff to him, rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's got a man there, and that pass is complete, but he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Very close, very close. I like the play call, nice play action, and then throw into the corner.
We need to get a view from the pylon cam.
Yeah, pylon cam would be nice there.
Hicks pass intended for Womack, incomplete, 3rd down.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 for Boyd Buchanan with 9:35 left to go in this 2nd quarter. Now they're going to send Green on a quick out and set up the screen pass, and it is caught with one hand by Jones. Great catch by Jones to snag that with one hand. He gets down to the 20, but only picks up 3 yards, so Boyd Buchanan's going to send the field goal unit in.
Stopped after a gain of 4, brings up 4th down.
I'm sure Grace had pressure called right there, but they were also able to play the screen pass well. This is the right offensive call based on what Grace was doing, but, you know, sometimes players make plays.
That's right. So ball will be spotted at the 27 on the left hash. This is a 37-yard field goal. And that kick is up, and it is good just inside the right upright for Ethan Lane. And the Buccaneers have pulled within 1 with 8:55 left to go in this first half of the OEB Law Game of the Week. So Grace will get the football back. We'll see what they can do on their 3rd offensive possession.
John Healy, along with brothers Matt
Boyd Buchanan.
Their skills to create a premier development company that's completed projects throughout the Southeast. To learn more, visit wolfteeper.net.
And this kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Is a touchback.
The third one of the game, so Grace will have it. A Hammers 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Kickoff's tonight sponsored by the local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville, reminding you there is no substitute for UA skilled labor. So Grace Christian's defense has come up twice to hold Boyd Buchanan to field goals.
Now, Boyd Buchanan's defense now really needs to step up and get the stop here, get the ball back to their offense.
3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes to Terrian Thomas. Thomas looking for any kind of room he can get, which is none. He's going to be stopped for a short loss on the play to bring up 2nd and long.
Not a lot of room, and he was very patient there,
staying. Thomas stopped for a loss of 1 by David
staying
Green.
on the
it's second down.
Back of his blocker there. There was just no room. Boyd Buchanan in that 4-man front, 6-man box.
Basically just daring Grace to throw it. Or I'm sorry, daring Grace to run it. And that's what Grace has done so far. This time Thomas goes out and, ooh, almost hit in stride, trying to find Caden Weber just out of reach.
Caden Weber falls incomplete.
Yeah, just a little too much there. Hit off the tips of his fingers. Nice little sideline route.
So 3rd and 11 for Grace Christian. They'll go 5 wide. Now the box is really light.
Box is really light. 3 across the back end. 5 underneath.
Edmondson takes the snap, looks over the middle. That pass is complete to Thomas. Thomas gets up to the 31-yard line. That's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10, pickup of 12.
Yeah, that's just that's an easy throw and catch because there's no underneath defenders in that zone. So if he beats his defender outside to the inside right there, there's nobody to disrupt that.
Terrian Thomas is a sophomore. What a workhorse.
He is he's carrying the mail tonight.
So 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Edmondson in the shotgun. Handoff Thomas. Thomas stopped in the backfield for a big loss.
Yeah, it looks like he lost about 5, maybe 6.
See where they place it.
Terrion Thomas stopped after a loss of 5 by Mason.
At the 25-yard line. That is a loss of 6.
It's 2nd
It'll be 2nd and 16. Grace Christian.
Yeah, they had that one diagnosed pretty well.
7:05 left to go in this first half. The Rams lead over Boyd Buchanan 7-6.
Every time Grace goes empty, Boyd Buchanan goes to that 3-deep zone.
And this is a little bubble screen. And a pretty good pickup there for Stiltner. Up to the, looks like they'll give him the 42-yard line.
Weston Edmondson's pass complete to
one of the old adages you talk about in the spread
brings up 3rd down.
Is you attack the grass. Find out where the grass is, the open spots on the field, and attack that. And Grace is doing a really good job with that right now.
3rd and 4 for Grace Christian. Edmondson takes the snap, looks, and that pass is complete. And getting out of bounds is Braden Ray. And Ray's got enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
Again, Grace is just being real patient. They're taking what Boyd Buchanan's giving them.
13 and a Rams 1st down.
And you got to remember, just a couple, 3 plays ago, they were 2nd and 16. Nice way to convert and get back on track.
And Grace is being patient, as
yes,
they have all night. As we approach 6 minutes left to go in this first half. Edmondson. Handoff. Thomas up the middle. He's to that third level and brought down inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33. Another Hammers 1st and 10, a pickup of 28 yards.
Darion Thomas stopped after a gain of 28 and the Rams first down.
Wow, that was really a nice run right there.
And you see on your Chuck Fleischman replay exactly what happened. Thomas was very patient, and then when he hit that second level, he turned on the Jets, and he does it again. He's on his way to the end zone, reaches across the goal line. Touchdown, Grace Christian.
Wow.
Darion Thomas, the sophomore.
Darion Thomas goes 24 yards for a Rams touchdown.
That's a nice two-play sequence right there.
Just like that, Grace leads over Boyd Buchanan 13-6, extra point pending. Snap, set, kick is up. And it is good. So at 5:30 left to go in the first half, Grace Christian leads over Boyd Buchanan by a score of 14-6 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for this UA Local 102 kickoff. This actually is a high spinner that will take a bounce, and Boyd's got to jump on it, and the ball's still squirted free, and Grace thinks they have it.
They act like they've got it. I don't know. Yeah, now they have it.
Mr. Whitehat says they do. That is a huge error on the part of Boyd Buchanan. I guess they were expecting Grace to kick it long, and instead, it's a pooch kick. And you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, nobody came up to get it.
No, the typical way you handle that, you get your hand in the air to call the fair catch and field the kick. You never want to let it hit the ground. When it does, bad things happen.
So Grace has a Hammers 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Buccaneers. 5:27 left to go in the first half.
The Buccaneers defense needs to step up right here. They need to keep Grace out of the end zone.
See what Grace does.
Or this could get out of hand.
Edmondson gets the play call. Takes the snap, handoff, goes to Thomas. Thomas just takes his time, falls forward for a pickup of maybe one, if that.
Of clogging those running lanes.
No gain. 2nd and 10 as the entire Grace team stops, looks to the sideline to get the play.
Play clock's at 3.
Snap. Thomas again stopped for no gain. That'll make it 3rd and long.
Howard on the tackle right there.
Darion Thomas stopped for no gain by Caleb Howard. It's 3rd down.
So Boyd plugging the holes.
Yeah, Howard and Redding on the inside right there are really creating a lot of havoc.
Edmondson, empty set as the Boyd crowd gets loud just beneath us. Edmondson gets the play call, and looks like Boyd Buchanan wants to talk about it. Is it Boyd? Mr. Whitehat. Yes, it is. Okay.
Timeout, Bucks.
It's timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out the store at 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, now open for business.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
November 14th.
Back to the OEB Law game of the week out of the timeout. Grace will have a 3rd and 10. And again, the Boyd Buchanan fans are getting loud. Empty set once again for Grace Christian.
Boyd Buchanan still crowding the line right here. They had been going 3 deep in the secondary. Now they're just staying too high in the secondary, putting more people in the box.
There's 5 seconds on the play clock. 4-3. Edmondson takes the snap, looking over the middle. Just a slant again to Thomas, and it'll depend on where they mark it, but he's going to be close to another Hammers 1st and 10.
They're talking like it's a first down.
I think he's got it. They are sending the sticks.
To Terrion Thomas.
And that's just what they've been doing.
Goes for 10 yards.
Throw a slant pass
down
to Thomas, and it has been working. So Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 19. Edmondson. Beside him, you see J.V. Stinson, the 8th grader. So he gives Thomas a spell, who's on one knee on the sideline. Edmondson, handoff goes to that 8th grader, and he is pulled down at the 21-yard line. It looks like loss of 2.
Loss of 2.
It's 2nd down.
It looks like a close to a 3-yard loss, actually.
Yeah, Thomas is back in now.
3:10 left to go in this second half. Grace leads 14-6 over Boyd, and they are threatening again.
I think they're trying to milk the clock so Boyd Buchanan doesn't get the ball back this half. Uh-oh.
And pass ball is incomplete, right through the fingertips of Caden Weber.
Edmondson's pass intended
he was open.
for Weber falls incomplete. Brings
Ball
up
might have
3rd
been
down.
just a touch high, but he was definitely open. A catch you would normally see him make.
Yeah, just found a soft spot in that zone and sat down. So now another 3rd and long for Grace. Empty set for Edmondson. And the lineman for Grace helping to point out the coverage of Boyd Buchanan. 10 seconds on the play clock. Edmondson still looking for that play. He'll get it with 5, 4, 3. Takes the snap. Edmondson looks over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Looking again for Weber, and that one was over his
pass
head.
Intended for Weber falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
So now Grace is going to need to make a decision here as the clock is stopped with 2:42 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, the coverage was a little better that time, but they went back to the same play.
Grace is going to go for it. Empty set again as they send Thomas way out wide to the right. 7 seconds on the play clock, and Coach Price is going to call a timeout. He wants to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving the community since 1965 because
Timeout Rams, their first time.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values. Election Day is November 5th, and I would appreciate your vote.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick XLT all-wheel drive, $31,990. 23 Ford Expedition 4x4 Limited, $66,590. 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4x4, $47,995. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker, and we don't have as many graphics as we normally have. You haven't seen the scoreboard on the screen. We just had someone come in here from Boyd Buchanan, representative. They've got equipment set up in this room that we're in that it's not really working. Our equipment is not working. I don't know what, if somebody set off an EMP or what, I don't know, but technical difficulties for some reason in this area as Grace Christian comes out to a 4th and 13. Weston Edmondson, the senior, 5 wide.
Lots of grass in the middle of the field right here.
Edmondson is throwing it that direction. That pass is batted, and it falls incomplete. Brody Lau on the coverage for Boyd Buchanan, and Grace turns it over on down with 2:38 left to go in the first half.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, there was a lot of open space in the middle of that field right there.
Yeah, Edmondson's pass you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay a little bit behind. He was trying to find Stiltner again. If that ball had been placed in front of him, Stiltner may have scored.
A little in front and a little longer. You know, kind of floated just a little. You never want to say floated across the middle, but in man coverage like that, as wide open as that was, you could have gotten away with it.
So Boyd takes over. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line of Grace. Handoff up the middle goes to Green. Green gets it ahead to about the 25. Pickup of 3 will make it 2nd and 7. Clock runs. We're under 2:30.
Green stopped after a gain of 3. It's 2nd down.
Grace has done a nice job tonight containing the run game. They've not given up the long run. They gave up the long pass initially, but the long run has not hurt them.
Handoff up the middle, over the 30 to the 31, and that is Jace Fowler. I'm sorry, that is Bash
Jones stopped after a gain of 5. It's 3rd and 1.
So that makes it 3rd and 1. Boyd Buchanan.
Power set right here, smokestack eye.
Quickly to the line, handoff. Goes to Jones. Jones almost broke into the 2nd level. But he's tackled at the 34-yard line. That is just enough to move the sticks. It is a Hammers 1st and 10. 1:38 left to go in this first half. And the clock runs. Boyd's got 1 timeout as flags fly. That'll stop the clock for a second.
Something didn't really look in sync there. I don't know if the offense was lined up, defense was late getting there. There you go, offsides.
So offsides on Grace. That will give Boyd Buchanan 5 extra yards.
On the Rams, 5-yard penalty results in 1st and 5.
Now remember, Grace Christian won the toss, elected to receive, so Boyd Buchanan would like to get points on the board to go into halftime and then come out in the second half with the football. Hammers 1st and 5. Hicks up to the line. He's got Jones beside him. Man in motion, that's Green.
He's looking
Hicks
deep.
Throws it away.
They had everybody covered.
That'll stop the clock with 1:26.
Hicks pass ball's incomplete.
Left to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 now. Again, Boyd with 1 timeout.
Grace has done a really nice job on the back end of keeping these receivers covered up.
Jet sweep now, getting to the outside. A nice pickup, enough for a first down up to the 49-yard line. Goes to Darren Shannon.
Yeah, that was a nice run.
Stopped after a gain of 9 yards and a Warren and Griffin first down.
Clock stops briefly to set the sticks with 1:17 left to go in this first half. See that Chuck Fleischman replay? A great run by Shannon. Clock has started. We move under 1:10. Hicks, man motion. That's Shannon again. They fake it to him. Hicks looking downfield. That pass is let go and falls incomplete.
Yeah, that little play action there trying to get the receiver deep.
2nd and 10.
Grace didn't bite on it.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay. That pass, maybe you're looking for a back shoulder throw right there, but it was not in the right place.
Yeah, I think they were looking back shoulder because they had it covered over the top.
So clock is stopped with 1 minute exactly. Boyd Buchanan faces a 2nd and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Buccaneers. They'll send 2 to either side. Green in the backfield, pressure coming from the backside, and Hicks has to take off. Picks up about 4 yards, and that will keep the clock moving.
Clock is running, brought good pressure, brought an edge blitz right there.
Houston Hicks stopped after a gain of 3. It's 3rd down.
The umpire was a little slow getting the ball set, and the crowd's letting him know it.
35 seconds. And now we are going to stop the clock. I'm assuming a timeout. Who took it? Boyd Buchanan took it. So Coach Rankin calls a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. They service what they sell with in-house factory-trained appliance service technicians.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
Bringing the healthcare, primary care out to our rural communities, I've had patients tell me that if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to have any kind of health care. So us being able to go into these areas and provide that on-site care to these patients that can also come back week to week if they need for follow-up primary care, it is life-changing. It means a world of difference between actually life and death for them.
Back at the OEB Law game of the week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. 32 seconds left to go in this first half. Grace leads over Boyd Buchanan 14-6. 3rd and 7 for Boyd. Hicks under pressure, steps up in the pocket. A flag comes out. Hicks looking deep downfield. Now he's going to roll to his left, buying himself time.
He's working clock here, too.
And finally picks up some yardage, and a flag comes out. This will be a dead ball foul for a late hit out of bounds. So
that looked a little ticky-tack to me.
I think so, too. It wasn't much.
I don't like talking about officials.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate.
That might not result in a first down, though.
No.
Because you've got a holding call, it looks like. That penalty that flag is all the way back at the 42-yard line. You get 10 yards from that, that would back it up to the 32-yard line. And if that happens, that 15 yards isn't going to help you a whole lot.
It won't get you to the promised land, will it?
And you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, not a lot there. Yeah, okay, maybe it was a late push, but wasn't a big push. So they call a personal foul on Grace. Did they call
on both teams, holding on the Buccaneers, personal foul late hit on the Rams.
So they're going to enforce the first one.
Now, that holding is enforced at the spot of the foul, right?
Previous spot of the ball, unless it's ahead of the line of scrimmage. And what are we doing, guys?
They're marking the 15 off now.
Okay.
Okay, so it's from the line of scrimmage. You said unless it's ahead of the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
Since this was in the backfield, then you have a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, and then a 15 going the other way. That's a net of 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 2. However, I want to point out, Boyd shaved about 15 seconds off the clock on that last play.
They sure did.
So 3rd and 2, handoff goes to Green. They're going to let Green pick up the first down and more. Gets to the outside, gets out of bounds. That will stop the clock. They're going to stop it with 8.2 seconds left to go in this first half. So Boyd can maybe throw another pass to get a little bit closer for a more realistic field goal. Throw a pass towards the sidelines.
I think Boyd's thinking right now we're going to take a shot to the end zone. Because they're not going to win this ball game kicking field goals. They need to score touchdowns.
Right here, it would be about a 46-yarder, but they're not going to entertain that thought.
No.
So Boyd, Hicks will be in the backfield.
They're doing something with the clock here, evidently putting more time on.
They added 2 seconds.
Okay.
And I think that's the right call. The clock stopped late.
Yeah.
So 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Hicks sends a man in motion. And there's a quick out. It falls incomplete. And more time is running off the clock. Didn't stop again. That play took about 3 seconds. There should be about 7.
About 7. We got 4.3. Hey, they agree with us.
So that play, it fell incomplete, but it only took about 3 seconds off the clock. So,
well, there's a wireless controller on the clock too, and evidently it's not working real smooth tonight. So
something's going on with the electronics.
There's some bad juju around here. I don't know what it is.
So they'll set up, maybe try to do that again. Boyd, Hicks, and they do. They try to do that again. This pass is complete, and that took, again, about 3 seconds off the clock. They'll mark it at the 25. So now you're in a position where probably go ahead and kick the field goal.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal.
So see the Chuck Fleischman replay.
They're going to get points out of this and go into the half and then get the ball second half. So.
And Grace is going to take a timeout to try to freeze the kicker. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find them on Indeed to apply.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
Back to the OEB Law game of the week. Getting set to attempt this long field goal is Ethan Lane for Boyd Buchanan. So you bring up a good point. You're not going to win this game by kicking field goals, but Boyd will get the ball to start the second half. So that's got to help their mindset a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to try to establish some momentum going into the half, so you've got something to build on and something to really look forward to.
So this is a 42-yarder from the left hash for Ethan Lane. Snap, set, kick is on the way. That's got plenty of leg, and it is good. So Boyd puts 3 points on the board, and there's still 0.8 seconds left to go in the first half. So I figure you probably You probably squib a kickoff here, right, to run the rest of that time off?
Yeah, I think you do. Now, the only danger of that is, you can kick it out of the end zone. So you got to make sure your guys are well aware of what's getting ready to happen. You don't want to kick it deep by any means and not get it out of the end zone. So if you're going to squib it across the middle of the field and let somebody pick it up who's not normally the guy that picks it up, then go tackle him.
I was just watching that Chuck Fleischman replay. There probably should have been about 2 seconds left on the clock. You know what? That doesn't matter. This is just a kick. It doesn't matter. That's not going to matter. But, yeah, clock problems.
Yeah.
You know what's also interesting about it is Lane didn't have a tee. He didn't have a block.
Okay. Yeah, I always had a guy that was his job, to make sure the block got out there.
I don't know that he uses one.
He may not. Some kickers don't.
You go to college, they won't let you use one.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure Lane didn't have one, and that kick would have been good from about 50, I think. So here we go with this kickoff, brought to you by the local 102 out of Knoxville, and it is just a little scooter picked up at about the 32, and
there's the horn.
Yeah, Grace reversing the field.
And he's still running.
He is. Finally tackled from behind. It took a while, but that was Evan Pritchard on the return. So our kickoffs, again, sponsored by the local 102 out of Knoxville. Reminding you, there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. Going in the half, Grace Christian scores 2 touchdowns, and Boyd Buchanan scores 3 field goals. The score at the break is Grace Christian 14, Boyd Buchanan 9. We'll have halftime festivities coming up next. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
They reprocess millions of pounds of fiber annually.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened their first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey. Now please be joined by Matt Mercer, the headmaster of the Grace Christian Academy. Welcome to our halftime.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Grace Christian. I mean, I'm from kind of the area, so I know a little bit, and I've got some friends that went to Grace.
Sure.
But, talk about Grace Christian Academy a little bit.
Well, Grace Christian Academy was started in 1997, started with 55 students, 5 teachers. It's in the Carnes, Knoxville area. And today we have 1,350 students.
Wow.
So we're the largest private school from Chattanooga up. Chattanooga Christian School is a little bit bigger than us. Other than that, we're the largest in East Tennessee.
So I didn't realize it started that early in 97. The football team has only been around full-time since about 2005.
Right.
So you got to start slow, though, and then grow it up. It takes a lot of players to have a football team, but got that started off with a Satterfield as head coach. That's a great way to start. But then, of course, Coach McCamey came on. He had a lot of success.
Yeah, he did a great job.
And then there was a drop-off there, and we talked about that in the pregame. Grace Christian hasn't had a double-digit win season since Coach McCamey was here, and really looking to try to get that done this season. But from last season, about 3 wins,
yes.
3 and 7.
Yeah.
And then the youth on this team.
Yeah.
You got Edmondson. He's the senior leader, but your running back is a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Your leading tackler is a sophomore. Your leading wide receiver, is Edmondson, but the second leading wide receiver is a junior. You've got freshmen on the O-line. The Price brothers took this job they were previously at Campbell County. What's it been like to see the turnaround from last season 3 and 7 to fighting for an East Tennessee championship tonight?
Well, we're so proud of these seniors. They've won 8 games in the last 3 years, and so they were laying the foundation for what we're doing now. And Coach Justin Long did a solid job. But when he decided to take the Fulton job, which is a great fit for him since he graduated from Fulton, he's having an excellent season with them. We landed the Price brothers, and they check off all the boxes for Grace. They're godly men, great character. Everybody we talked to, Derek Hunt, Matt Lowe, Davey Gillum, all of them spoke praises of not only who they are as men, but who they are as football coaches. So they really know their trade, and then we were able to add guys like Josh Kerr, that's been a head coach at 2 different places, Nick Craney, that was state championship defensive coordinator at Central. And so we've legitimately got 4 head coaches as part of our staff a year later. So the coaching is strong. We got a lot of great support coaches that know what they're doing, and they've just worked hard. I mean, everything they've done from day one has been done with excellence, from just getting guys stronger in the weight room. When I watched this game last year as a head of school, I said, what can I do to help our football program? I'm always looking to see each area of the school what I can do to support. But the 2 things I knew we needed to do was to add more expert coaching. And as I said, we've added several former head coaches that have helped move the needle forward. And, of course, the Price brothers leading, but also the weight room. And there was a culture of, instead of guys going to somewhere else to lift, they brought the energy. They were in the weight room every time. We saw huge gains, and we're seeing it level out in the field a little more tonight, right? We're playing a great first half. Last year this time we're down 3 touchdowns by halftime. Game over. And that's the game I watched Boyd Buchanan at Grace last year, where we said, hey, we got to get stronger. And we've done that. We had a great spring practice. We competed with the best in 7-on-7, beat Science Hill, beat Bearden. Several teams like that went to the wire with Powell, and Anderson County beat us on Hail Marys. And then the preseason played well, and of course started 8-0 and matched our win total for the last 3 years. So these 6 seniors have led the way, including Weston Edmondson, the quarterback.
Yeah, over 400 yards through the air this year. That's tremendous. Lead the state of Tennessee. That's quite a bit.
And, that's with 3 games. Lakeway was the rain game where the floods came and just about hit Lakeway, but it rained the whole game. York was run heavy because they played 8 men, 8-man zone, and refused to come out of it, so we ran the ball a lot. And then, of course, against Webb, it was the same thing. They stayed in that 8-man zone. We just read the numbers and ran Terry on for that record, our 4th most carries in state history, 52 carries. Only passed by probably his cousin Deshaun Bishop, that had 54 a few years ago. So,
yeah, that's a good bloodline having Deshaun Bishop.
A little bit, yeah.
So, you are a previous coach with Grace elsewhere too. What all have you done?
Yeah, so I've been I started out as a teacher and a coach at Fulton High School. I was there 7 years. I was the girls basketball coach for 4, really known for building programs. Then 3 years as the boys basketball coach at Central. We won 2 conference titles against the likes of Powell and Oak Ridge and Clinton and all of them, with Dre Matthew that ended up playing at the University of Minnesota and professionally. Then went over to Grace, and that was my first time at Grace. I've been at Grace 9 years now. This is my 9th year. I was the basketball coach for 4, and the first year we were eligible for the state tournament, made the state tournament, then we got knocked out on the last second shot. So did that. I was a high school coach, went to lead 2 schools, First Baptist Academy and the King's Academy, came back to Grace, became ordained as a pastor, and then became head of school 3 years ago. And we're just trying to be excellent in every area of the school. And so the coaching background and the feel of each area of the school is important as we're leading the school. And obviously the Lord leading the way, but we have some absolutely amazing leaders. I mean, I've been around a lot of great people at all the different places, but we've got as good a leaders as you'll find anywhere in each area of the school. And I think leadership is the difference.
We don't normally cover private schools. We normally stick to public schools, and so I think that's where the majority of our audience is. So what could someone who doesn't know as much about a private school as they would a public school, what is something that you would want them to know about a private school?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think our goal at Grace is summed up in one verse: seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So we want to start with a Christ-centered approach. That's just who we are, and so we get to be very intentional about that and very forthright about that, and we don't have to be bound by the rules of the state. So that's helpful, and we're grateful for that. We love our friends in the public school. I went to public school all the way through at Powell. All my siblings did, my parents did. So I'm not a private school byproduct, but I'm grateful to be working in a place where we can unashamedly, distinctively be Christian. Does that mean we're perfect? Absolutely not. There's godly people at every school, and there's sinners at every school. The chief sinner walks through every day, Matt Mercer, right? But I love the community things. Football is about community. No matter where you're from, it unites people to come together as a community, compete, hopefully in a healthy way, and at the end of the night, hang your head high that you gave your all. And so the opportunity at a small school is much like a small single-A school, because relatively speaking, most private schools, like we only have 350 high school students, so we can control the temperature a little more, much like at a Coalfield or a Wartburg or Rockwood. So it's a smaller environment. But it's very strong in its family values, community values. The academic programming is very high because most people are sending their kids to be more advanced. So we push them academically, but we want to support them at a high level. So I don't know if that answers your question. But
it does, yeah, thank you. Another question I want to ask you while I have you up here. Matt Mercer, the head at Grace Christian Academy. How far away do students come typically to go to Grace Christian?
Yeah, typically it's 15 to 20 minutes in. It's not far. We do have some outliers that might start when they're really young, where they might not have a Christian school and that's what their parents want for them, or they have a connection to Grace or something. But most students, it's a 10 to 15 minute drive. The further you get away from any school, even private schools, the more likely you're not going to have students from that area. So it's organic, but we've got a lot of students around the Emory Road area. When you start in Carnes, heavy population there, Powell some, Halls, a few in Gibbs as you get further out, but going the other way a lot in the Hardin Valley, a few in West Knoxville. But there's a lot of West Knoxville private schools, so we tend to be sort of northwest to the Emory Road, and then a few above like Clinton, Anderson County, but not as many as, again, the immediate area.
So I want to plug this because it was one of the things that was given to us. Grace Christian having an open house on Election Day.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of schools. I know my wife is a teacher in Morgan County, and she's getting Election Day off this year. That's new to her.
Good for her.
But you all not.
Right.
You're working Election Day, so you're having an open house. So people can come and see during the school day what the school would be like for them and their students.
That's right. Well, we just want to give people an opportunity to see it in action. It's so much better when there's people in the desk, right? There's students in action, teachers. The greatest thing about any school, I believe, and at Grace it's the same way, and at our church, is the people. They're very loving people, people that care, and our staff cares, and so we want them to see that firsthand and sort of feel it, taste it, so to speak. And that way, if they're making a major decision on where their child goes to school, they're not just making that off the website or somebody else's conversation, but they're getting to ask questions and see it for themselves. And so it's just an entry-level opportunity to see the school in action. And so it does make sense for the families that are considering it as an option to be able to come while their kids are off, because it's hard when the parents and the students are both busy with their school and work to be able to find time to come tour. So it's a great day. So if you want to sign up, you can go to gcarams.org, and you can just sign up and say, hey, inquire under admissions and say that you want to be a part of the open house. It'll be a great day. We've already got a record number of sign-ups, so things are going great. Thanks for asking.
So I'm going to give you a chance to take off your administrator hat for a second and put on your analyst hat.
Sure.
This first half, I would say, went very well for Grace Christian. They made some big defensive stops, hold the Buccaneers to 3 field goals while scoring 2 touchdowns of their own to have the 14-9 lead. Assess that first half and tell us what you think is going to happen in the second half.
Well, it's an exciting night, right? It's packed house here at Boyd. Beautiful, beautiful weather, great band and performances by them. And I think it's homecoming for them. They had a great tailgate going on, so the atmosphere is great. And then as far as the game, what better, the last game of the season, it comes down for the region championship that you get to play for. This is what kids sign up to play football for. This is why coaches coach. And, of course, you're going against the best. Gary Rankin at Boyd's awesome, but we really love and appreciate and know our guys are the rising stars, the Price brothers. And so I think it's a chess match right now, right? It's playing the way we want it to play. We're wanting to shorten the game. Run that game clock, shorten it. We know they're going to run it a lot, so the game clock's going to run. We just need to play more mistake-free football. I think we've done a great job. Weston's staying in the pocket, making the right throws. We've missed a few. We've had a fumble. But overall, we've been able to run the football and control the line of scrimmage on offense and control their run on defense. Their kicker's phenomenal with those 3 kicks. You don't see that in high school football. I think it's going to come down to the second half are the big-time players going to step up and make plays? Who's going to make the plays? Maybe break the tackle, make the long kick, make the long catch. I think the coaches are doing their jobs on both sides and putting their kids in a position to win. It's just a matter of who can stay ahead and control that clock and sort of have the psychological advantage, as well as who's going to make that big play. And there's not been a ton of big plays yet. It's been a steady line of scrimmage game. First downs, maybe 15 yards, the longest plays, other than the early pass by them. But anyway, it's going to be fun to watch. And of course, I'm really hoping for the best for us. But either way, we're just happy to be competing at this level, and I'm so proud of our guys.
Well, thank you for coming up and speaking with us, and thank you for your contribution to help us get down here to cover this really exciting game. And we're also looking forward to the second half.
We're grateful for you guys. Appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Matt Mercer, the headmaster of Grace Christian Academy, joining us here at halftime, your Medic Regional Blood Center halftime. So thankful for Grace's contribution, allowing us to come down here, because this is turning out to be a fantastic game, and we are looking forward to the second half, which is coming up here in, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so. So we'll bring that coverage to you. This is the OEB.
I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. you have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
(2024) F-150 4x4 Super Crew STX, $46,994. 24 Ford Expedition XLT, $59,978. 24 F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $57,888.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
2024 Ford Maverick XLT all-wheel drive, $31,990. 23 Ford Expedition 4x4 Limited, $66,590. 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4x4, $47,995. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Karen Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. As we are about a minute and a half out before we start this second half. Coach, that was quite the first half.
It really was. We saw Grace Christian really only stop themselves on offense. They had the fumble on their first possession, but both possessions after that ended up in points, touchdowns. Boyd Buchanan were able to kick some field goals, so we end up with a halftime score 14-9 in favor of Grace Christian. But Boyd Buchanan has some momentum now. They're coming out they're going to have this kickoff here, and it will be real interesting to see what adjustments that they make. I think we're going to see some really pretty good coaching strategy here come second half to see what these adjustments are. I've been thinking all week, Grace Christian got beat last week, their first loss of the season. And for them, I think this is what they call a get-right game, meaning that, hey, we messed up last week. This is our chance to get right, and they're really showing me that tonight.
Medic Regional Blood Center halftime show for you. So you talked about the loss last week. Grace lost to Silverdale. I think that final score was 44-22, and that's kind of surprising because I think with the season Silverdale, or with the season Grace had, maybe expecting to win that game, but the way it works out, Grace could still win the region with a win tonight over Boyd Buchanan. So you look at that loss last week, you're like, well, how are they going to respond against Boyd Buchanan, the undefeated team? And I think you're right when you call it a get-right game, because Grace has played with a lot of poise, and they're making some big plays.
You hope that your team will respond like that. Sometimes, most of the time they do. Sometimes they don't. I think the thing that amazes me tonight the most, though, is that Boyd Buchanan would be the favorite, I think, in this matchup. And Grace has never flinched. They've never backed down. They've not batted an eye. They're ready to go.
Getting set for the kickoff to begin the second half. Sponsored by the UA Local 102 Plumbers Steam Fitters Union out of Knoxville, up on North Broadway. You can go to ualocal102.org for more information. You look at the stats coming into this game, and Boyd Buchanan has made their money on the ground, and Grace has done it through the air, but Grace is getting it done on the ground, and Boyd has had a lot of success through the air. So, weird things happening tonight.
Weird things.
We're going to get a stoppage in play.
See what we got.
I don't see a flag or anything.
I don't think we got the whistle to start.
So the officials may not have been ready.
There we go.
Can't wait until they say go.
And I'm sure Braden Walker would like another shot at this. This one went a little long on him. It was headed out of bounds. He's going to try to get a little more steam, get this one up in the air a little more.
Yep. And that is taken by David Green, not who you want to return the kickoff if you are Grace Christian, and this is exactly why. Green cuts it out wide. He's got the sideline, and he's tackled, but a flag comes out from the far side of the field.
Yeah, he was grabbing anything he could get a hold of.
That flag didn't quite make it where it needed to go, but that's okay. They got the call anyway. That's going to be a face mask on Grace Christian.
Yeah, personal foul, face mask.
David Green. There's a penalty on the play.
So I think if you're Grace, maybe you just kick it deep next time if you get a chance to kick it again.
Well, you look at who's over there to field it, and if you see David Green over there, don't kick it over there.
Whew, that Chuck Fleischman replay, man. He was hard to bring down.
Oh, he is. He runs hard, good pad leverage, just a strong, strong runner. And not the kind of guy you want to kick the ball to. I'm just going to tell you that for sure.
Face mask on the Rams.
So,
to the goal. It's first and goal.
The ball is spotted at the 5-yard line. 16 seconds into this second half. Boyd Buchanan has a Hammers first and goal from the 5.
Power set, power set.
In the very back of that eye is Bash Jones. Jones gets the carry. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Boyd Buchanan. For the first time in this game, the Buccaneers have grabbed the lead.
That didn't take long, Aaron.
Goes 5 yards for a Sonoma State Buccaneer touchdown.
19 seconds into the first half, and they've gained the lead.
Boyd comes out to attempt the extra point. They lead it 15-14. They'll try to make it a 16-14 game. Snap, set, kick. And Lane's extra point is good. So with 11:41 left to go in this second half. I'm sorry, the third quarter. Yeah, it is 19 seconds into the third quarter. Boyd Buchanan takes the lead 16-14 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, getting set for another kickoff, sponsored by the local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville. Happy to have them on board with us as a sponsor this season. Reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsman. Ethan Lane on to kick this one. And like the kicks before, this one will be a touchback.
High and deep.
Grace will have a Hammers 1st and 10 at the Ram 20-yard line. Some scores of interest for you. South Pittsburgh leads over Whitwell right before halftime, 28-0. Gordonsville and Clay County tied early in the first quarter at 14-all.
Okay, Grace, looking for the front.
Edmondson hands off Terry and Thomas just kind of picking up where he left off in that first half. A pickup of 5 on first down.
Yeah, that's really a nice gain right there. Boyd Buchanan started off in a 3-man front, jumped into the 4-man front. Grace still able to move the ball.
2nd and 5, Edmondson. And the entire Grace team looks to the sideline, gets the play call. They'll send 3 receivers to the left with 1 to the right. And Grace has really done a great job controlling the clock tonight.
They really have.
Edmondson, handoff goes to Thomas again, and Thomas breaks it into the 3rd level. Tries to avoid a tackler, cannot. He's finally pulled down at the 40-yard line. Hammers 1st and 10, Grace, a pickup of 15, and we've got a player down.
Got 1 down.
Terrion Thomas stopped after a gain of 15.
And he looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
1st and 10 Rams.
I didn't see what happened. I was watching the flow away from where he's at.
I didn't either. See this Chuck Fleischman replay. I couldn't see it. You could see where he got hurt, but I couldn't see exactly what happened. Might have rolled an ankle.
Custom counter and display strives to provide innovative.
Hopefully he is okay, and they are getting him up slowly. Player injured is Caden Gang, and Mr. Gang is just a freshman.
Well, they've got him up. That's a good sign. Oh, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. He's walking okay. That's a good sign. So 10:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Grace trying to respond. Moving the football. Moving the football has not really been much of a problem for Grace tonight.
No, it hasn't. The only time they were really stopped in the first half was when they fumbled, so they stopped themselves. We've not had a punt tonight on either side.
Nope. Sure haven't. Edmondson. Handoff. Thomas with a lot of running room again. Crosses midfield, knocked out of bounds. They'll give him the 48 of Boyd, a pickup of 12. And Grace has another Hammers 1st and 10.
Thomas got after a game 12 by Xavier Embry.
Chuck Fleischman replay.
Grace is just able to close down that end and get Thomas off the edge right there.
You can see play calls coming from the visitors section. And coming in from Justin Price there. As here's the snap. And no gain on the play.
No gain. Jammed up inside right there. They were trying to bring it more inside that time instead of off the edge.
Terrion Thomas stopped for no gain by Caleb Howard.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Howard and Redding over on that side have done a decent job tonight, kind of closing the inside off.
Edmondson looking, rolling to his right. He's got a man, and that pass is picked off. Edmondson threw it on the run, rolling to his right, didn't get enough under it, and Boyd Buchanan comes up with a turnover.
Big play right there.
For Braden Ray is intercepted by Xavier Embry.
And the senior Xavier Embry coming up with that interception. You'll see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, just did not get enough under that. If he could have thrown it
a little longer.
Yeah, his receiver Braden Ray had his man beat. So now Boyd Buchanan takes over. Hammers 1st and 10. Hicks, handoff, Green up the middle, gets to the second level, still on his feet, crosses the 40, finally down at the 46, 47-yard line. Hammers 1st and 10.
David Green goes 27 yards for a Warren and Griffin first down.
Boyd Buchanan is playing a little more inspired this third quarter. Offensively up front, they're coming off the ball really well. They're blocking linebackers. They're getting up, blocking second level.
And Grace Christian with a sideline warning.
Sideline warning on the Rams.
Okay.
So Hammers 1st and 10, ball again at the Buccaneer 47-yard line. Man in motion, handoff, Green. No, this is Jones, and Jones crosses midfield. He gets up to the 48. Pickup of 5 will bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, little counter action right there. They kind of fake the jet sweep, hand it back to him, pull the backside guard and tackle around. Little power scheme right there. Counter tray, the Redskins used to call that. Really nice play.
Just a little more than 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hicks, handoff, Jones gets the corner, still on his feet, crosses the 40, gets it down to about the 35-yard line. Boyd Buchanan is in business.
Yeah, they are, like I said, they're playing more inspired right now.
Goes 13 yards for a Warren and Griffin first down.
We're getting ready. I think we're going Wildcat here. Hicks has come out of the ball game.
Hammers 1st and 10. You are correct. Hicks is out. Green will be in the Wildcat position. He's got Bash Jones beside him. Direct snap, Green. Keeps it himself, runs up the middle, spins off a tackler. And David Green is running free to the end zone. 35-yard touchdown, Boyd Buchanan.
David Green goes 35 yards.
8:15 another score. With an extra point, they will lead by 2 possessions. On the Chuck Fleischman replay, just nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy at all. Just good, hard downhill run right there.
So Lane's extra point attempt is up. It's good. So again, 8:15 left to go in the third quarter.
Holds and Ethan Lane's legal insurance extra point.
Boyd Buchanan leads over Grace Christian, score 23-14 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker.
Terrion Thomas.
As Boyd Buchanan gets set to kick this ball away to Grace Christian. We assume this is going to be a touchback, but kickoff tonight sponsored by Local 102. Plumbers and Steep Fitters Union out of Knoxville. Up on North Broadway. And actually not a touchback. This one will be fielded at the 2.
He's got a little room over there.
Yeah, this is Thomas. Thomas run out of bounds at about the, let's see where they give him the, looked to be about the 38. Let's see where they mark it.
I think they got him at the 36.
They do, in fact. So Grace Christian will have a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 36.
Terrion Thomas returns lane.
So Thomas gets a long kickoff return. Not as long as David Green's was, however.
No, not as long as David Green's was.
So the starting running backs get a chance to return a couple kicks.
You're seeing Boyd Buchanan kind of shifting into this one high safety look. They're playing a little more man coverage, it looks like, and keeping some folks in the box.
By the way, Edmondson, on that last possession, threw just his 4th interception on the year.
Really?
Handoff. This goes to Thomas. Thomas driving his legs forward, gets to the 40. Pick up a 4 will make it 2nd and 6.
Nice positive play, right? What more can you say right there? The offensive line is coming off the ball.
So same game plan for Grace. 3 wideouts to one side, 1 to the left. Gets the play call from the sideline. Hand off Thomas. And Thomas somehow picks up a yard out of that.
Wow.
And it looks like a Boyd player is going to be slow to get
down.
up.
Terrion Thomas stopped after a gain of 1 by David Green. Brings up 3rd down.
So see the Chuck Fleischman replay. Yeah. Star running back there. David Green finally comes up with the tackle.
The iron sharpens this iron. That's what I used to tell my guys. You want good competition. Makes you stronger.
So Grace facing a 3rd and 5. They're going to go from an empty set. Edmondson all alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looking to Thomas all the way. And Thomas right at the sticks. He picks up the first down by half a yard. Hammers 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted at, looks to be the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 Rams.
You know, this is just a real simple throw and catch right there.
And watching that replay, Edmondson, he didn't have to look at any different reads.
No.
So this time they're going to move Thomas back to the backfield. Edmondson takes the first down snap, hand off Thomas. Thomas is stood up at the line of scrimmage, maybe got half a yard there.
Looks like Crowder on that tackle.
Stopped after a gain of 1 by Caleb Crowder. It's 2nd and 9.
just filling downhill right there from the middle linebacker spot.
Big thank you again to Chuck Fleischman for sponsoring our replays once again. Go to chuckforcongress.com for more information. Serving Anderson, Roane, and Morgan County since 2010. Yeah, this is, we're in Chuck's area. This is where he comes from. It's Chattanooga area. Edmondson has a man, and it is caught, but he is out of bounds.
Wow.
And that was a great play.
That was a great play. Great throw, great catch.
Braden Ray with the catch, but he did come down out of bounds.
Third down.
Let's watch this Chuck Fleischman replay and see. Yep, came down out of bounds. It was really close. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the linesman was looking right at it. You know, there's no doubt. It was a really nice throw and catch. Just ran out of real estate.
Ooh, that was close. 3rd and 9. Empty set again. Edmondson looking over the middle again. That pass is intercepted.
It was intercepted right there.
Wow, trying to find Caden Weber, and now they're going to say incomplete.
And the Boyd Buchanan crowd is not in agreement.
No. Coach Rankin doesn't like it either, because you had the officials first signal that it was intercepted.
It was kind of a bang-bang thing there, but I thought he'd had it. But somebody overruled that.
Pass intended for Weber falls incomplete. It brings up 4th down.
That is absolutely intercepted. That absolutely no question about it.
Hey, our first punt of the night.
Yes, it is. Jackson Coffee. Ooh.
Wow.
Actually, that's Braden Walker punted that football, but David Green, back to receive, did not call for a fair catch. Thought maybe he could try to return it. He was wrong.
Good coverage.
Excellent coverage. I can't wait to watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. He caught it, went to run. Nope.
Big hit.
On the tackle was Isaac Solomon, a junior on this young Grace team. And with 5:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Boyd Buchanan gets the football back. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Grace making a lot of movement up front. Man in motion. Instead, it is a quarterback keeper, and this is not Wildcat. This is Hicks, and Hicks got into the foot race and out of bounds at the 45 of Grace Christian.
Grace Christian really sold out to stop the sweep, and nice keep right there.
That is a 40-yard gain. Hammers 1st and 10, and Boyd is moving the football again.
Hicks is out of the ball game. Looks like we're going back to the Wildcat set.
He might not be used to running that much.
Got to give him a break there just a minute.
So here is David Green, sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself, and he gets it up to the 40. Boyd must have seen that they've got numbers with a quarterback running.
Yeah, I think Grace is really selling out to stop those running backs, especially on the sweep action. And so that then gives you gaps on the backside of that. You got your cutback lanes are available.
Pick up a 5, makes it 2nd and 5. Hicks back in the game. And he goes empty. Nobody in the backfield with him. Man in motion is Jones. Handoff goes to Jones. Jones with running room cuts it up towards the middle, and he will be smack down at the 27-yard line. Another Hammers 1st and 10.
For a Warren and Griffin 1st down.
Grace is on their heels just a little bit. This Boyd Buchanan offense has them a little bit perplexed.
4 minutes left in the third quarter. Man in motion again. This time handoff goes to Gerald Young. And Young gets it up to the 20-yard line, just about 2 yards short of the first down.
Still a nice positive play. The other thing that's happening right now, Boyd Buchanan's got possession. A couple of turnovers have given them a couple of stops defensively. They're working this clock now. 9-point lead, and hey, here we go.
Yeah, under 3:30 left to go in the third quarter now. Green stands behind Hicks. Hicks takes the snap, handoff, Green. Tries to cut it up the middle somehow. Picks up about 4 yards, 4 or 5 yards. That's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
And right now, this Boyd Buchanan offense is starting to really lean on the run game, and they're running in big chunks. You know, they're able to control the game up front and are able to just run in chunks and keep racking up first downs.
Hicks man in motion. Handoff. And has the sideline, has the end zone. That is Darren Shannon, and that is a touchdown, Boyd Buchanan. 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. Boyd adds to this lead.
15 yards for a Sonoma Spike Buccaneer touchdown.
This third quarter has been all Boyd Buchanan.
The halftime score, Dan Shoemaker, was 14-9. Ethan Lane's extra point is up, and it is good. So, 21 points in the third quarter for Boyd Buchanan gives the Buccaneers the 30-14 lead with 2:37 left to go in the third quarter of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Some scores of interest. Cosby's up on North Green 20-7. Science Hill up on Dobbins Bennett 12-10. Alcoa in the fourth quarter up on Kingston 49-14.
Okay.
Thought maybe that was probably coming, but here's one. Halfway through the third, West leads Powell 20-12.
Wow, that's a little surprising to me.
I think so as well, as Ethan Lane's kickoff will be fielded by Thomas at the 2. Thomas makes a cut to the right side, now tries to cut it inside, dives forward, and he is down at the 30-yard line. That kickoff tonight, once again, brought to you by the local 102 Plumbers Steam Fitters Union out of Knoxville. And
you remember, Aaron, at the end of the second quarter, I said that Boyd Buchanan would not win this game only kicking field goals. They need to score touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah, you said that.
I said that, didn't I?
You did.
They figured that out. Somebody was listening.
So another score of interest for you. Greenville is up on Elizabethton 20-7.
Okay.
And Oliver Springs is up on Greenback. Really big. 41-6 at half. Edmondson sets up the screen to Thomas. Thomas with running room across the middle, still on his feet, shifts back to the left, and finally dragged down by the back of his shirt at the 47-yard line. Moves the sticks for Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice little screen.
Stopped after a gain of 17 by Sebastian Jones.
Little jailbreak screen back to the inside there. He had a nice run out of it.
So Grace may be playing a little bit more urgently now than they have so far. Makes sense. Edmondson takes a snap. Quick out to the flat, and that pass is incomplete. So that'll stop the clock with 1:56 left to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, Grace.
I think Grace at this point is trying to get the ball outside the box pretty quick on the screen passes, which is going to force Boyd Buchanan to lighten the box, run back and forth across the front.
Stinson in at running back as Edmondson can take his time to get the play when the clock is stopped. 10 seconds on the play clock. Sends Stinson in motion. Looks over the middle, and he's got someone running free and off his fingertips. Incomplete. Trying to find
Edmondson's pass.
Stiltner.
Stiltner falls incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Very close to being a big play right there.
Man, he had him wide open.
Very close to being a big play right there.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
And what Boyd Buchanan's doing is playing a lot of man coverage, and you're going to get breaks like that in the back end.
Empty set for Edmondson. Barks out the play at the line. 3 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap. Looks over the middle. That pass is complete, but short of the first down as he finds Weber.
Edmondson's pass complete to Caden Weber.
And I think with a minute and a half left in the third quarter, I think Grace is in a position where they feel like they need to go for this one.
Yeah, I think so. Middle of the field like this. Probably go freeze call right here, try to get Boyd Buchanan to jump.
5 wide. Edmondson alone in the backfield. Pauses, gets the play call. 7 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap, looking. That pass is intercepted.
He might go.
Up the sideline. He will go. That is another touchdown, Boyd Buchanan. Crowder. Edmondson throws just his 5th interception of the year.
60 yards for Sonobus Bank.
Yeah, Caleb Crowder was right underneath that route. Edmondson was trying to force that one in just a little bit on a 4th down play. And the result, Crowder was able to get the pick, but then take it to the house.
That is a 63-yard interception return as Ethan Lane steps up to attempt the extra point. It is up. It is good. So now, with 53.5 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Buccaneers have blown this one wide open. They lead at 37-14 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values. Election Day is November 5th, and I would appreciate your vote.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. We are at Boyd Buchanan. So it is almost the end of the third quarter. At the start of the third quarter, the score was Grace Christian 14-9. At the end of the third quarter, we're still a minute away from that, by the way. The score is 37-14, Boyd Buchanan.
Yeah, Boyd Buchanan has really responded in this third quarter.
Yeah, you see the scoring summary there. That's 28 points in the third quarter. And Grace Christian hasn't scored since the first quarter.
They've had some turnovers at some very inopportune times.
Yeah, that second interception just then, that pick six, was the third turnover of the night for Grace. And I think Boyd Buchanan wants to take a timeout.
Timeout, Bucks.
So this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow them on Facebook for appliance specials, job postings, and more.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week. For some reason, Boyd Buchanan called a timeout before that kickoff. So
I'm not exactly sure why, but here's the thing that I've noticed during timeouts and whatnot. The organization, because the Boyd Buchanan bench is right below us here in the press box. All these coaches are working. All these coaches are coaching. They're getting with their kids. If you look down here about the 30-yard line, you can see the coaches are still coaching down there. These guys are working. It's a really good staff. And over Grace, you kind of see them organized as well, too.
So here is the kickoff brought to you by the Local 102 Plumbers and Stevefitters Union out of Knoxville. You can go to local102.org for more information. And I want to send a shout out to Big Orange Tree Service. No job too big, too small. And shout out Jason Stiltner, fully insured and qualified. Give him a call, 865-414-5499. Full tree removal, stump grinding, leaf cleanup, and gutter cleaning. And with all these leaves falling off of these trees.
Yes, it is the season.
Those services are important. So Hammers 1st and 10 for Grace Christian, trailing this game now with a minute left in the third quarter, 37-14. Edmondson gets the snap, handoff, goes to Thomas. Thomas drives his legs forward to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Thomas stopped after a gain of 5 by Brody Lowe.
Nice little run right there. I think Boyd Buchanan has kind of shifted defensively a little bit again. They're playing too high in the secondary. Again, they want to keep everything in front of them. Don't give up the big long plays. Make Grace Christian eat some clock, burn some time before they, if they score.
10 seconds on the play clock, 15 seconds on the game clock. Edmondson gets the play call, sends Thomas in motion out to the left, and it gets this pass forward. Great play. A good pickup for Grace Christian. That pass is complete to Chris Tolliver, and that will briefly stop the clock to move the chains with 2.5 seconds left in the third quarter, and clock will start. Time will run out, and that is the end of your third quarter. Boyd Buchanan puts up 4 TDs. They lead this game going into the fourth, 37-14 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Looking for a college with online programs that work for you? Roan State offers flexible courses so you can go to class when it's convenient. Roan State will be there every step of the way to ensure you succeed with resources like tutoring, advising, and counseling. Find out if you can complete your degree 100% online and on your time. Get started today. Visit roanstate.edu/online to explore your options.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. I want to say again, let you know about an open house taking place on Tuesday, November 5th at Grace Christian Academy. You can stop by 8:30 a.m. for grades K through 4, 10 a.m. for preschool and pre-K, 12 p.m. for 5th through 12th grade. And you can go to gcarams.org for more information, but they will be in school that day. That's election day. A lot of area schools going to be out. So if you want to take your child and check out Grace Christian, see what they offer to the students, you can do that on Tuesday, November 5th, and see what it's like during a school day. Hammers 1st and 10. Edmondson. Looks to the sideline, gets the play call. Takes a snap. Looks over the middle and overshoots his target.
Edmondson's
Looking that time for Braden Ray.
Intended for Ray, falls incomplete, brings up second down.
Now Ray had a step.
He had a step. Safety was trying to close over top of that, but he had a step. But just not there.
So Grace will go empty again. 3 wideouts to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Looks to the sideline, gets the play with 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3, 2, gets the snap. Edmondson looks over the middle again, and he's got a streaking Thomas, and just over his fingertips.
Yeah, he was open. Thomas was open, just slightly out of his grasp. That was a hard one to miss, I'm sure, for Thomas, because he could see it right there at his fingertips.
That's a hard pass to complete.
It is.
But if you can make it, that's a splash play, and that's probably a touchdown right there. So now 3rd and 10. Edmondson again bleeding that play clock dry. It's down to 5 seconds. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, gets the snap. Edmondson steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself and slides down in Boyd territory, but he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down, and it is 4th down.
Yeah, they had a 3-man rush, but they were able to get pressure. But the other side of the 3-man rush is you got 8 men in coverage. And that pretty much negated anything they were doing in the route.
Grace goes empty again. Weston Edmondson gets the play call. 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap. Looks over the middle, and he's got Stiltner there. Stiltner spins out of tackles, and he's got a Hammers 1st and 10 up to the 30-yard line.
Nice throw and catch right there. There's a bust on the back end. They had a little blitz up inside, and Stiltner just found the open spot, sat down, got the ball.
Empty set again. Stiltner has a long receiving touchdown of 99 yards earlier this season. Can't get any longer than that.
No, it doesn't get much longer than that, does it?
Edmondson rolling to the right, keeps it himself, and walks out of bounds after a pickup of about 5. That will stop the clock at, well, it's supposed to, yeah, at 10:23 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the clock's got some technical difficulties too tonight.
I don't know what it is. It's been strange for the electronics tonight.
The bad juju.
2nd and 6 after that pickup of 4. As Edmondson gets the snap, sets up the screen to Stiltner. Stiltner over the middle, has running room, and finally brought down inside the 15-yard line at about the 14, and that is another Hammers 1st and 10.
You can watch the defensive front come across and then put the brakes on and try to retrace. Just a step too late. Nice execution.
Stiltner, first down Rams.
Clock moves, approaching 10 minutes left to go in the game. Edmondson gets the play call, 10 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Looks, he's got a man, that's Thomas. Did he make the catch? He did.
Got it.
Touchdown, Grace. First point since the first quarter.
Yeah, nice drive. Nice drive for Grace.
On the coverage for Thomas was David Green.
I was going to say Green's on the coverage, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Good against good.
So Grace on to attempt this extra point. It is up. It is good. So with 9:44 left to go in the fourth quarter, Grace has cut into this lead a little bit. They are within 2 scores. It's 37-21 Buccaneers on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
Getting set for kickoff here, sponsored by the UA Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville, reminding you there is no substitute for UA.
We want it handled. Get the ball secure, get on the ground.
Supporters H&H Flooring strives to supply the people of Dixon and the Chattanooga area with unbeatable customer service, quality materials.
Now Grace is going to have to pressure, put a little, take some chances here a little bit defensively, try to get the ball, get the stop.
Hicks sends a man in motion, handoff, and with quite a bit of running room, actually, and a flag comes in late. That might be a face mask. Gerald Young with the carry.
Gerald Young stopped after a gain of 7, penalty on the play.
Let's see what's it got there.
And it is a face mask. So that's a 15-yard penalty to the end of that run, and it picked up 8 to start with. So Boyd Buchanan set up with a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Net 23 on that play.
Not the start to that drive you want if you're Grace Christian.
No, not at all. I mean, by not getting the onside kick, you give them excellent starting field position, and then 8-yard run, 15-yard penalty.
And Boyd is using up a lot of that play clock. They've got it down to 10.
Taking their time.
And Wildcat again with David Green. Green sends a man in motion. He'll keep it himself up the middle. And Green just getting out of tacklers. He is a tough man to bring down. Touchdown, Boyd Buchanan. A 28-yard run by David Green.
David Green goes 28 yards for a Chattanooga State Buccaneer touchdown.
When he gets his pads down and gets running, he's hard to bring down. He runs with great leverage.
Chuck Fleischman replay. Yeah, 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers, broke all of them before getting into the end zone. And now Lane will come on to attempt the extra point. It's up. It's good. So Boyd Buchanan adds 7 more to the score. They now lead it 44-21 over Grace Christian with 8:50 left to go in the game of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
2024 F-150 4x4 Super Crew STX, $46,994. 24 Ford Expedition XLT, $59,978. 24 F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $57,888.
Local you trust, performance you can afford.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Getting set for another kickoff brought to you by the local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union. They are getting a lot of shout-outs tonight.
I was going to say, they've gotten their money's worth tonight.
Located on North Broadway. Go to ualocal102.org.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing.
It's not like 107 to 6
it means
ball
pulling
game.
alongside.
And I would dare say we're going to see some more points before this thing's over with.
It certainly seems like it. So here's the kickoff. It is a high end-over-ender. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. And Grace will have a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 6.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. West leads over Powell 23-18. That's a tight one.
That is a tight one. I figured Powell would have that one salted away by now, but West proving to be pretty tough.
Up 23-18. But Powell is within striking distance, so here is Grace. Edmondson back onto the field. Drops back to pass. He's going long. He's got Stiltner, and that's going to be a pass interference.
Yeah. Yeah, they called it. The linesman called it, and the back judge called it.
Yeah, the crowd didn't like it, but that was clearly pass interference.
Yeah, that contact was definitely early.
For Stiltner, falls incomplete, penalty on the play.
See the Chuck flash from the replay here. Good placement.
Yeah, the ball was in the right spot.
So that'll move it up to the 35-yard line. Grace with another Hammers 1st and 10. Edmondson gets the play call. He's going to send Thomas out for a halfback pass. Thomas, it wasn't there, so he takes off himself, and he's spinning out of tacklers. Finally cut down at midfield. A pickup of 20. Makes it a Hammers 1st and 10.
They had that one covered well, so he tucked it and ran, made a big play. This Grace team still got some fight left.
They do. Edmondson rolls to his right. Looking, finds a man. That pass is complete and out of bounds, but after a pickup of just one. And then here's that last play on this Chuck Flashman replay. Thomas has got to be tired.
I guarantee you, he'll sleep well tonight.
Nobody in the backfield with Edmondson this time. Clock is stopped at 8:12. Four seconds on the play clock. 2, 1, and Grace just gets it out as this pass, wide receiver screen set up for Weber. And Weber gets it ahead to the 45, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Gain of 4. It's 3rd down.
Boyd Buchanan did a nice job of containing that. A lot of times those screens are big plays because they bust contain. Still a good positive play, but it wasn't the big chunk play that Grace was looking for.
Edmondson gets the play call, takes the snap, looking, has pressure, and throws it out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 5. Clock will stop with 7:25.
Brings up 4th and 5.
Boyd Buchanan's getting good pressure up front.
You know what Boyd Buchanan does when they feel like they need to make a big stop?
What's that?
They pin back their Buccaneers.
Not heard that one before, Aaron.
They're going to try to do that on this play. 4th and 5.
Swapping sides. 3 deep in the back end.
3-man rush. Edmondson under pressure, rolls out of it, and finds and hits his target for a first down. Crowd wanted to hold. That pass is complete to Ray.
Pass complete to Ray.
Yeah, they did. You heard several in the Boyd Buchanan faithful hollering about a holding call.
Well, we'll see. This Chuck Fleischman replay. I think that they had a good gripe.
A legitimate?
Yeah, I do. But it's not a hold if the officials don't call it.
If the flag does not come out of his pocket, probably ain't a hold.
Edmondson rolls to his right.
Edge pressure.
And lets this one go, and pass ball is incomplete, trying to find Stiltner.
Edmondson's pass intended for Stiltner falls incomplete.
That'll make it 2nd and 10. 6:54 left to go.
They brought Green off the edge on this bottom side here. Fortunately, Grace had rolled away from that pressure and were able to get the ball out. Had they rolled into that, it would have been bad.
Edmondson 5 wide. Looks to his coaches to get the play. 2 seconds on the play clock. Timeout. So Grace will have to burn its first timeout of the second half. And this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
The Robertson Agency will help you protect what you
2024 Ford Maverick XLT all-wheel drive, $31,990. 23 Ford Expedition 4x4 Limited, $66,590. 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4x4, $47,995. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
And welcome back to Boyd Buchanan. Got some cramping, some stretching, some fog rolling out on the field. There's a chill in the air.
For over 11 years,
conditions have changed a little.
Little dampness, yeah.
Been building homes in all price ranges throughout the greater Chattanooga area. Waters Holland Homes are the
fog rolling in off of Chickamauga Creek.
Learn more, visit watersholland.com.
So they've got the turf field, which makes the numbers a lot easier to see.
Yes.
So we're thankful for that. You can see the fog very, very good on your screen now. Rolling in there. Edmondson alone in the backfield. Gets the play call.
Got 4 up to the top of the screen there. Single receiver down the bottom.
Good call out. 5 seconds on the play clock. Edmondson. Under a rush. That pass is... Are they going to call it a fumble? I'm not sure. No, they're going to call intentional grounding.
Yes, they are.
Edmondson's pass ball's incomplete. Penalty on the play.
Now, he had a receiver outside the numbers. And if you're Coach Price, you might try to make the argument he was trying to get it there but couldn't because he was under. He's being hit.
I don't think Coach Price is going to win that argument.
I don't think he is either.
Play results in a loss of down. And essentially, it's like a sack.
Yes.
So the ball is spotted all the way back at the Grace 45-yard line. That is a huge, huge loss on the play. Oh, excuse me. It's a 5-yard penalty as well.
Right.
Intentional grounding on the Rams. Penalty results.
Oh, my. That brings up 3rd and 33.
I think this is 3rd in the airport from here.
Just about it. Edmondson steps up, throws long. He's got Stiltner, but pass is overthrown, incomplete. 4th and 33.
Edmondson's pass intended for Stiltner falls incomplete.
This might be
at 33.
This might be one you punt.
Yeah, I think it is.
Getting waved at by Caleb Howard.
The Boyd Buchanan band's playing Word Up.
There you go.
The old cameo tune.
And I don't know why. We brought that up. A bunch of different bands across the area have started playing that tune. I don't know why.
Because it's a good tune.
Well, yeah, it is. It's just, it's random that they would all pick it. Boy, that is a beautiful punt.
Nice punt.
A high spiral that will roll dead at the 15. Beautiful, beautiful punt.
And he did a great job corralling that high snap.
It's a 45-yard punt, officially.
It's a bad sign we have to high point the snap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, snap that thing out of there with one arm. And just unleashed a beauty.
Nice spiral. Got it around the numbers, you know, where you want it to be.
So Boyd Buchanan takes over with 6:28 left to go in the game. Hammers 1st and 10 at the 15.
Looks like we've got a few new folks in the game right now.
Yeah, we do. And Boyd goes under center with Brody Lau in at quarterback.
Keon Brooks stopped after a gain of 5 at 2nd down.
Like Brooks on the carry.
He went out of bounds, which stopped the clock. So under center again is Lau.
Got some new offensive linemen too.
Lau handoff. I think this one went to Young.
Young stopped after a gain of 8.
It did.
Warren and Griffin.
And Young picks up the Hammers 1st and 10.
Got 1 down, 2 down.
Got 2 down. Ooh. We'll go to break.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Cosby has defeated North Green. So for round 1 of the playoffs, Rockwood will head to Cosby. And Harriman will be on its way to North Green. That final score 26-14. So what a turnaround for Cosby.
Cosby's made a nice turnaround this year. And that's hard to do in 1 year.
Yes, it is, but congratulations to their staff getting that done.
Coach Rankin going out there to check on the injured player.
Well, you hate to see this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got him up. That's a good sign.
Evan Pritchard, a junior, shaken up on the play.
Looks like we got a few new folks in on the Grace Christian side as well.
Unicoi County gets the win tonight over Johnson County. That final score 10-7. So what that does is that makes Gatlinburg-Pittman a 3 seed in Region 1-3A. That means that the Highlanders of Gatlinburg-Pittman will be making the trip to Kingston to take on Brian Pankey and the Yellow Jackets, and that will likely be our first round game next week of the playoffs. So Brody Lau in at quarterback under center, handoff.
Uh-oh.
Keon Brooks finally brought down at the 39. He'll be really close to a first down. He will have the first down. So Hammers 1st and 10 with just under 5.5 left to go in this game.
First down.
Yeah, tackle made by Deacon Yet. Freshman. Took him a minute to get him down, but he made the tackle.
Wow. Kind of pitches it out to Young. And Young still on his feet. He's going to pick up 12, and that'll move the sticks again for a Hammers 1st and 10.
Young stopped after a gain of 12 and a Warren and Griffin first down.
Yeah, they've got several good running backs down here at Boyd Buchanan for sure.
So Boyd Buchanan, with a win here tonight, will be the number 1 seed from the East. They will play the number 6 seed from Middle Tennessee, which is Davidson Academy out of Nashville. And Grace Christian will also have a home game as the number 3 seed in the East. Still yet to be determined who that will be against. As here's Keon Brooks, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe half a yard gain.
Nice defense right there.
Stop for no gain by Brayton Ray. Second down.
Now we got the really young offensive line coming in.
4 minutes left to play in this game.
Not in a hurry, taking the time.
I formation. Handoff, Brooks. Brooks squeezes through the middle of that line, picks up about 4.
Keon Brooks
3.
stopped after a gain of 4. Brings up third down.
It'll be 3rd and about 6.
Now, the guy running the box is about a yard ahead. There he goes. Okay, he's back on the spot now.
Three minutes left to go in this game, which means we are in the 4th quarter of the 4th quarter.
The 4th quarter of the 4th quarter.
High formation again. Pitch out goes to Keon Brooks. Brooks looks for the outside. He gets it, and he's stopped out of bounds, which will stop the clock at the 38-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 3.
Keon Brooks stopped after a gain of 4. It's 4th down.
I figure they'll go for it.
Yeah, probably. You know, if Boyd Buchanan gets it in the end zone one more time, we're going to have a running clock.
We're really okay.
I thought somebody would snicker at that, but because the game's almost over. So now Lau going to go out of the shotgun. Handoff goes to Brooks. No, Lau going to keep it himself. Buddy, he had me fooled.
Nice fake.
And he's got enough for the Hammers. 1st and 10. Ball's going to be at the 33-yard line.
Brody Lowe stopped after a gain of 9 and a Warren and Griffin.
Oh, he pronounces it low.
And the official's trying to crank the clock, and the clock won't crank. There it goes. There it goes.
Of the night. Yeah, I have to apologize to Brody Lowe. I'm used to the Scott County pronunciation.
Yep, around home, that's a Lau.
Yep. Handoff Brooks. Brooks into the open field and into the end zone. Touchdown, Boyd Buchanan. And we are an extra point away from a running clock.
You called it.
37 yards for a Sonoma State Buccaneer touchdown.
Wow. Boyd Buchanan, with this extra point, if they hit it, because they're already at the half-century mark, you get this extra point, you're at 51 points. You had 9 at the end of the first half. So Lane's extra point is up. It is good. So 51 points for Boyd Buchanan. They have scored 43 points in the second half, and they lead Grace Christian 43-21 with 2 minutes left in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker, as we are wrapping up the regular season.
Hard to believe it's been 11 weeks.
It just flies by. And so we do a game every week. We don't take the bye week. So we do 11 games normally, but we've had 2 weeks where we've done 2 games. So this is our 13th game of the year. So it's been a good one for us. Lane's kickoff brought to you by the Local 102 Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union out of Knoxville up on North Broadway. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Grace Christian will have the football at the 20-yard line, and the clock is running.
Well, if you remember, I missed one game.
That's true.
We had to bring in Tim Elrod to pinch hit. And
That's right.
He did a wonderful job. I was hoping y'all would bring me back the next week, and it worked out. So
yeah. Well, you know, if you weren't with us, we couldn't do Dr. Dan's Do's and Don'ts.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's a little bit of job security for you. Under a minute and a half left to play. Edmondson back on the field. Snap. handoff. And a great run here for the 8th grader, still on his feet.
Nice run.
J.V. Stinson.
Of course, he's playing against a JV bunch right here, freshman team. But he's an 8th grader, right? Yeah. So this is the age group you would think he would be playing against. So he stands out in this group.
Stinson coming into this game had 29 rushes for 157 yards and a touchdown. Handoff, Stinson again, and another good pickup, and showing off some pretty good vision there. Out of bounds after pickup of 11. That'll move the sticks, but we've got 30 seconds left to play in the game.
I think this may be the last one. They're gathering up on the other side over there, and they're gathering up down here on this side. Ready for the handshake.
Yep, that's going to do it. So it came down to a Week 11 game in Division II Class AA East Region to decide a championship, and it has been decided. Boyd Buchanan trails at halftime 14-9. They come out in the second half and score all the way up to 51.
Totally second half belongs to the Boyd Buchanan Buccaneers tonight.
Yeah, that's 42 points in the second half. They outscore Grace Christian 42-7 in the second half to win the East Region Championship. So big win for Boyd. We know that they will have a home game against Davidson Academy next week. We know Grace Christian, as the 3 seed in the East, will have a home game as well from the 3 seed in the West. So we'll I doubt we'll know the score to that because they are they're an hour behind us right now. But what a season for Grace Christian, winning just 3 games last year under head coach Justin Long. And we talked to at halftime Matt Mercer, and he talked about how Long, when the job came open at Fulton, he took that job at Fulton because he's a Fulton grad, and that makes sense. And I think it's been a great fit for Coach Long. He's had a really good season at Fulton, helping that program reach a new height than it did last season. But to have the Price brothers come in from Campbell County and then go from 3 wins in the regular season to 8 wins this regular season and come a game short of an East Region championship, it has been a nice turnaround for Grace Christian.
Yeah, and you talk about the strength and the health of the program. Coach Long didn't leave the cupboard bare by any means. But as was said earlier, the Price brothers, and I kind of think of them as a package, as a unit, they check a lot of boxes for you, and I think they've got this thing moving totally in the right direction.
So that is how our regular season comes to a close. We do anticipate that we will have a first-round playoff game. We think that might be Kingston, Gatlinburg, Pittman next week, but we will let you know for sure, so be checking our social medias. So, a lot of games getting decided tonight, so final playoff spots getting filled in. And, buddy, it's always fun when you can make it to the extra games of the football season.
Yeah, it really is. Playoff time is a special time. Win in advance, lose, you pack the stuff up and start doing inventory next week. So teams come in a little bit more focused. Coaches come in a little bit more focused, and so it's what's been a long season now is going to shift gears a bit and go into the playoffs. Be exciting to watch.
So Grace Christian, I want to say thank you to them for allowing us to make the trip, help us come down here, inviting us to come down here to see them play for this East Region Championship. And want to remind you that they will be having an open house coming up on Tuesday. That is Election Day. I know a lot of area schools are taking that day off, and they're not. They're going to be in school, so they invite you, come by, see what their day looks like while it's actually going on. 8:30 a.m. for K through 4 grades, 10 a.m. for preschool and pre-K, noon for 5th grade through 12th grade. You can find more information at gcarams.org. But come out, check out Grace Christian Academy during the day if it's something you think you want to look into for your student. So, yeah, that's all I got for you. Brad, are we good? We're good to get out of here, so that's what we are going to do. It's been a great season. We got a long drive back up to Oak Ridge, so we're going to go ahead and hop off of here. But congratulations to Boyd Buchanan, the East Region champions for Division II Class AA. They win it tonight over Grace Christian 51-21. For Dan Shoemaker, the cameraman, Brad Jones, Chandler back at the studio, I'm Aaron Harvey saying so long, folks.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there's never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values. Election Day is November 5th, and I would appreciate your vote.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Looking for a college with online programs that work for you? Roan State offers flexible courses so you can go to class when it's convenient. Roan State will be there every step of the way to ensure you succeed with resources like tutoring, advising, and counseling. Find out if you can complete your degree 100% online and on your time. Get started today. Visit roanstate.edu/online to explore your options.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day,